Hi, everybody. Welcome to TVON. My name is Blair. Thank you so much for joining us. Happy Monday. We're so glad you're with us tonight. We have a special show. It is all about jewelry, of course, and this is about some big values. We call it Must See Monday. We mark everything down to start off your week so right, and we have no exception tonight. It's an incredible show. We've got a lineup that is full of everything you could ever imagine in jewelry, including we even brought out some of the world's rarest tonight. So it's an exciting night to be with us, even just to maybe window shop, or maybe we could think about window shopping, but who knows, with these values tonight, you might just turn into an actual bona fide collector here, because we've got conch pearls. I found a few new ones that we didn't have over the weekend when that was something that I know we could not keep around. We've got a few more of those. We have some really exceptional museum meltdown pieces. The idea is it's been going on for about a week or so. We've had some of our best, most creative, most unusual, most unique pieces here that are actually being brought down to prices that are so low. It's intended just for one thing, just to get them out to you so that we don't have to melt them down and start all over. So that's really where you're going to see some of our more unusual pieces that are brought down to incredible values. Looking forward to that. We also have some brooches, some pins. I did bring out a big tanzanite if you're still waiting on one of those, but don't worry, it's not just about the huge 15 karat. We're going to bring out some really affordable 6 carats as well. And I think our favorite here is the round. So we're going to bring the round out. It's a 6.5 carat. It's an incredible diamond mounting. We have that for you, as well as there are some of the biggest values I've seen on Mahangi spinel. If you want one of our bigger stones we've ever had, I've got an incredible diamond ring, diamonds that are going to give you almost 3 carats in diamonds. Actually, it's going to be right around 3 carats in just one ring. Fabulous idea there. Then we've got a lot of unique brooches, earrings, some pendants, some necklaces. So it's a great day to shop. It's a wonderful evening as we are getting ready to think about it. It's a week away till we talk about the end of September. So already really fall kicked into gear here. We've got a special show getting you set up for whatever it is you need. And speaking of, if you have any requests, we're always happy to help you out with those as well. Even if there's something maybe you want to check on availability from the weekend shows, that is something we can help you out with. So we've got a special way to start. Actually, this is going to be pretty cool. This is our heart shape, but it's what it is actually made out of here that is so exciting. It is a coral piece, and it's 1123042. I actually had the pendant, what was it, yesterday, day before? This is a very special ring, and I'm so excited we have the ring here. I do actually have a 14mm heart shape here. This is a really important stone out of the Mediterranean, surrounded in diamonds. That's 28 points in the diamond weight. And then for those of you that are saying, oh, there's a great designer piece that we like to see in the yellow gold. Well, look what else I have. I have the white gold here on my hand. So you've got a choice of, do you want the yellow gold or do you want the white gold? That's what we have, just one of each. So they're going to fly on out of here. It is, again, 3042, and this is that precious Mediterranean coral. And yet this is one of the more monster sizes we've ever seen here, which I'm really excited about. So one yellow, one white, that's all we have. Quarter or 28 points in diamonds. It feels like a little bit more, it looks like a little bit more, but again, always nice to see with a little split shank there as we lead up to that major centerpiece because it is so large. So a special look, let me show you up close again. This is the yellow, the white. Please let us know which one you prefer. That's all we have. But this started out as $39.99. So here's another, starting off with one of the museum meltdown pieces for you that is so incredibly priced. And I'm really excited we have it for you, especially when there is a value like this. When you could not get the gold band for this price tag, promise you that. Let me know if you want the white or the yellow Mediterranean coral. It is, I was just mentioning this, there was actually a huge kind of like expose, not really expose, but goodness, has it been that long since I've been out of news that I don't remember what it, a huge kind of, just package, I mean, that's what we call them, in the news about the Mediterranean coral and how really dire it is as far as getting any quantity of this well-known stone. Of course, we're bringing you quality that is the best of the best when you see the red orange. And it was really, again, an in-depth report on what we're seeing that's been going on for years, but it's really getting to that level where it's super scarce on this organic gemstone. So we're very excited to bring it to you at a value that's better than $39.99. Shouldn't that mean that supply and demand, shouldn't that mean if the supply is dwindling to nothing, shouldn't it be going up in price? Yeah, but we don't follow those basic economic rules around here. I don't think we follow any rules around here, right? We don't even follow what gold's at. Gold's $26.50 an ounce, and we don't follow that either because there's a lot of gold in that ring. And we're going to blow it out right now. Not even $39.29 or $19.99. Again, you have a choice of, do you want the yellow gold? I'm just holding it up because obviously it's not going to sit on that point very well. Or the white gold, which I'll show you here. Here's the white gold close up so you can see that that's fabulous as well. But whichever one you like, let's get them out the door. They're not even going to be $19.99 a piece. Please call me so you can get your favorite color here. Honestly, if you can't get one, get the other, because that's how special they are. And look, oh, look, two hearts, and they just want to hang out together just like that. Cheers, cheers, cheers. All right, let's make it even better. How about $9.99 only on those two? What do you think? $9.99 for your choice of, and let me know, do you want the white or do you want the yellow gold? That is all we have. So which one? Which one? Yellow gold, already gone. Congratulations. Jess has got the yellow gold and just the white gold remains. That was my pick too. And we'll see who wants that. Now I do also have, speaking of really affordable, I've got some Paraiba earrings that are very special. They're not going to be the huge, overwhelming Paraibas, so they're going to be super affordable. We love those. And they're going to be a great little mini drop. Mini drop, what does that mean? Oh, thanks so much. Hi, Tracy. Thank you so, so much. Oh, yes, absolutely. Oh, wow. That's very exciting. Wow. Okay. So we'll have a special message. I love that. Oh my goodness. On the 23rd? 23rd. Oh, I love this day. I love a 2-3. So, oh, Tracy, we'll definitely have a shout out for you and your family. But $9.99 last one, and that's in the white gold. Let me go ahead and set up these Paraiba earrings here as well for you. Now, this is a major alert here because this is going to be our one-of-a-kind pair of earrings where we don't see too many in the Paraiba drops. Now, quick FYI, the pear-shaped Paraiba is going to be at the top of the earring. You see, it's kind of like an elongated oval-shaped hoop you have. And yes, the white gold coral ring is still here if you want to go ahead and grab it. So do not hesitate on that one. We want to make sure you get it. And then also, we've got this fabulous one-of-a-kind pair of earrings, which is going to be item number 112-5864. Looking forward to getting you a wonderful value on these earrings as well. This is going to be our 51 points in the pear-shaped green Paraibas. They're mostly green, but they're not entirely green. If they were more like solid green, it would really look more like an emerald. So you have kind of that, I think of like spearmint color, right? If we think of like in flavors in terms of actual, like again, what we think of when we think of a beautiful kind of cool spearminty, refreshing, bright neon green blue, that's what you have here. I wouldn't say it's exactly 100% greens. You've got a little bit of those blues mixed in there. Now there's 51 points in the pear shapes. They're meant to be a little bit more petite because of the way it's supposed to be like a narrow drop earring. But you do have the diamonds at 13 points, and there is only just the one pair here. So as usual, dealing with a lot of one-of-a-kinds here tonight. So this is one I would really recommend getting on the phone lines for early. And it's also going to be those bright spearmint greens we love, but then also that diamond drop. It's like they're dripping in diamonds. And I love that term. Yes, let me drip in diamonds, please. Always will love that. Special shout out, by the way. So Tracy, very special member of her family, is celebrating a big birthday. I want to shout out a very happy birthday wish to Dimitri, who is turning 18. Tracy, let me tell you, I had no idea, being Facebook family as we are, I had no idea that you were old enough to have an 18-year-old grandson, first of all. So kudos and congratulations to you, my friend, but also a very happy birthday to Dimitri. Oh, 18. Oh, to be 18 again. Oh, how are you celebrating, Dimitri? And do you have plans for college? I know you're Southern California, or at least Tracy is, so are you going to USC? I don't know. Let me know. But this is going to be a very, very happy birthday. I'm glad you're with us for part of it. Okay, so let's talk about this fabulous neon green Paraiba, and very exciting about this one because actually I'm going to show you what they look like on the ear, and I think you're going to really like them. And we'll show you the drop because they have a nice little drop to them, but nothing too dramatic, nothing too over the top. That's always important as well. But let's take a look at what these look like from a distance, and then of course they're more narrow. So they're kind of like that stiletto, but stiletto doesn't have to mean 2 or 3 inches. They are about 7/8 of an inch from top to bottom. Now it's going to be this hinge at the bottom, which you can barely even see, right? It's nice and smooth and seamless, but you're simply going to unlatch it with that straight hose. Then you're going to pop them in the ear. You're going to have a great look about them. We can go take an up close look, and then I'll pop one in for you so you can see how that 7/8 of an inch is going to look. But what a pretty way to do a pop of green. Huge color right now, of course. This is a really stunning. I like that the teardrop is pointing down away, and then you see that great, again, just the diamonds continuing from there. So almost like that icicle kind of style, and yet it's going to be very affordable for these earrings as well. So again, they are in the white gold. You can change it if you want. So if you'd prefer your Paraibas in yellow, we can do that for you, but there's only one pair, so come on in. And that is, you can see I'm standing in a lower light here than let's say they are up close, and you can see how they glow. The lower light only helps those stones to glow even more so, and yet we're going to take them all the way down. There's a huge value coming your way. Let's take a look up close, and let's make them a lot more affordable than even that, ooh, $29.99 deal. Well, I like that price, knowing that Paraibas are as valuable as they are. I don't see anything wrong with $3,000, but I'm here to save you a bundle here tonight. And that's what we do every single Monday. It's our weekly date where we celebrate Monday markdowns and must-see and all that good stuff. And we're going to make these, how about $9.99 instead? Which is, by the way, the same price we had for that coral ring, where I still have the white gold. Just want to remind you, white gold is still here. If you'd like to get that white gold, you may. But again, for almost an inch in your drop, and then the choice of gold color, very, very nice. And then we have some brooches. I've got some cat's eyes. We've got a bicolor tourmaline, which I love, opals, all marked down. All big time marked down. So it's quite the night to be shopping. And remember, the key is to dial in early, because pretty much everything I'm going to show you is a one only, with the exception of only just a few here tonight. So let me know if you'd like those Paraiba drops. And again, the pear shape at the top, that's going to be your stone presence at the top, and then just kind of dripping on down to those diamonds, which we love to see. Do have some fabulous, I don't know if you guys remember this brooch. What was I surprised to see today, when this is one of the most valuable brooches we've ever had. If you know this brooch with that opal and that Paraiba draping, and I just want to show it to you because I think it goes well with the earrings too. If you know this brooch, call me now, because that price used to be like $16,000. We're taking it so incredibly low tonight, you will not believe it. Oh, it's a good one. So make sure you, if you wanted that one or have been admiring that one, tonight's your night to get it. Also, speaking of brooches, we've got a beautiful kind of basket full of roses here. And that's going to be coming up as well. It's actually a pendant or a brooch. You want to see something cool? And then we also have, let me get to this cat's eye, because while we're talking about different variations of blue greens and golden greens and different types of stones, let me know on those Paraiba earrings, those should go. And then here is our cat's eye. Well, this is a very special stone, isn't it? This is a beauty. It's got that more bright, almost neon lemon lime color. It's actually got a nice translucency to it. We don't usually see that with these phenomenal gems, being the chatoyancy that it has. It's 112-5535 to get us going here on this fabulous ring that is going to be oh so affordable. And you can change your gold color too. And so let me know if you have any questions, requests. We're happy to bring those out throughout the evening. I really think we can do a number on some discounts on everything. So you just simply have to let me know what you'd like to see here today, and we'll help you out with it. And promise you, we're going to give you some serious values. By the way, Jess, who picked up the yellow gold coral? I just want to thank them. Sandra, thank you so much. Enjoy that. I loved that one too. And I'm not even a heart-shaped girl typically, but I loved that one. All right, so here's our 112 in the cat's eye chrysoberyl, and then it's got this lacy cutout detail in the mounting itself. Lots of pave. I love that the glow of the chatoyancy. Some people think the chatoyancy is just there for decoration, but it actually can help give you a lot of glow to the stone. Being a cabochon, it's not necessarily going to be a sparkle we're looking for. Instead, we're looking at that stunning chatoyancy you have there, which is a really cool, again, think like neon highlighter color here. We're going to make it really affordable. It's not even $9.99. So that's where we've been so far, kind of hanging out at that under $1,000 range. I want to make this a little bit more affordable if we can. And think about it, when gold is where it's at, and I know we obviously, gold is kind of the least of our maybe concern here when we're talking about diamonds and really exotic stones like we always bring, but you got to remember what the gold starts out here. And when we're talking about here, I've been quoting $2,400 an ounce recently, when it's actually $2,650 an ounce, and of course that fluctuates day by day, but we're seeing some of the most, again, incredibly high prices on gold. And so the fact is that we can still, with that as our foundation for all of our jewelry, besides of course our platinum pieces, that's really important and impressive that we can bring you those types of values when the foundation is still gold. And that's really impressive. This is why so many people are getting away from gold, and let's face it, they're getting away from natural diamonds as well. We are not. So it just proves that we are the leader in value, and this is not even $888 or $777. We're going to blow it out right now, and we're going to make this only $699 for one collar, and you're changing the gold color on this one too if you want to. So white gold's fine, rose gold's fine, you get to decide. And then we've got opal. Bicolor tourmaline. This one's gone. Congratulations. Let's take a look at this. This is a really fun brooch. I'm going to just show it to you on the hand here. So you can get a sense of the size first. That's a really good, like a basket of roses here. Isn't that pretty? Or maybe daisies or carnations or whatever you'd like them to be. I think that it's really going to be a nice little, I don't want to say generic, but it's a great floral, and that's the way you give flowers, right? Flowers that are going to last a lifetime. Very nice. 11237111 is the item number. It's 18 karats solid gold. So first of all, we're doing the brooch upright. It's a brooch and a pendant because I'm actually holding it by the handle of the basket, which is your bail. So that's going to work for your favorite chains, and you can put it right on, and then of course it's going to have that brooch behind it as well, which goes horizontally through that midpoint. That widest point of the basket is where your pin is going to be. Now that's going to be a carat 14 in round rubies. They're diamond cut. Also 37 points in the diamonds. There are some big ones here as well. I just wanted to give you the size perspective first, but it's definitely going to have a lot of great diamonds to it as well. And here's what it looks like from a distance away. That's going to be about 1.25 inches from top to bottom, actually closer to 1.5 inches, so maybe 1 3/8 right in that neighborhood. But it's got a great look. Let's show it on the neckline as well so you can see it here, just to give you one more perspective on how that would look as a pendant or on a lapel, certainly if you want to do it that way. But this is an incredible value coming your way. And remember, that's a lot of 18 karat gold. When you've got 1 inch plus of that 18K, and it is 18K, and then we'll show it here again up close. And that's kind of wild, and we'll take a look because that ring is gone. And then here's your close-up look so you can see what I was talking about with those big diamonds, especially centered up in the florals there. You've got some bigger diamonds, you've got some smaller diamonds, you've got some bigger rubies, you've got some medium rubies. That's really lovely. And then that wraparound design. What a beautiful way for the garden fanatics, right? The gardeners out there, the gals who love to just grow their own gardens, or maybe you just admire them from afar like I do. I am not someone to, who knows, maybe one day. Maybe after I retire from the hand modeling business, maybe I will be. But you know, for now, I like to admire those who have the patience to garden, and and that great need to get down in the ground, get dirty. But this is going to be where you've got a great piece that, of course, is the everlasting florals, right? The everlasting idea. It could be a great gift idea too because everyone can wear it. No size needed, but it's actually going to be better than even this whole $49.99. That's a struggle to think that one pendant's going to cost $5,000. And, again, it's multiple ways to wear it. You do have the brooch, which if you think you're never going to wear a brooch, honestly, the second you start, you will. You will wear brooches. You will find new and fresh ways to wear brooches. You may even wear it as a brooch more often than you do as a pendant. Hi, Leslie. Oh, thank you so much. I'm so glad to see that ring on your hand, because that was an odyssey, I'll tell you that. But congratulations, Leslie. Thank you so much for showing me that. Let's do this one for $9.99 instead. We'll save you $4,000 on that one and get it at home, and that's going to be it. $9.99. So a $5,000 piece that's crashing down lower than even $1,000. And we'll see who's got it. Great gifting idea, I think, too. I mean, we all think about giving gifts as something lovely to give to really anybody, but to give them like that, yes. Oh, who was that? Eve in Illinois? Oh, how sweet. That was awfully nice of her. Thank you, Eve. In Illinois, you are too kind. Thank you so much. And I'm so glad, Leslie, I'm so glad you love your ring. Oh, it's exactly what she wanted. Oh, I'm so happy to hear that. Warren and I worked really hard on that. but I'm so glad you love it. All right, so congratulations if you get this one. And here we go. Next up tonight. Oh, oh, wow. That's amazing. Oh, Tracy, that's so cool. Oh, I love those names. Oh, I didn't know we had such an Italian flair in the family. Angelo, Giovanni, and Dimitri. Oh, I love that. Or is it Italian? Is it Greek? I mean, gosh, I don't, it could be either, I guess. All right, so we're going to get to an opal coming up. We're going to keep on moving. We got a lot of jewelry to share with you. How about this opal ring, though? This is one of my favorites. I mean, obviously we love an opal that's going to give us every color of the rainbow, but my second favorite to that would be these stones that are really what I call blue lightning, where it almost reminds me, if you're ever like, I feel like it's just, you could look up at somewhere tropical, and you could look up to the sky. Maybe it's a hot weather environment, and you look up and it's been a hot, humid day, and you get that monsoonal moisture, and you look up in the sky and you see those dark night skies, but you see almost what looks like that blue lightning effect. That's what this ring reminds me of. And I think that a lot of opal fans are loving these sometimes even more so than when there's a lot of color, if the color's a little lighter, because here's where you get those bright, bright, gorgeous blues all the way throughout. So it really gives you, like, think of it, it truly is, it's almost like a cobalt blue, but neon at the same time. So that's primarily what you're gonna have here, is those bright blues, but it's almost like blues on top of blues. So the blues that you see are even brighter than the blues that are in the actual background of the stone. It is natural black opal through and through. 1125287 is your item number. Our little basket of roses is still here, but so many things are, because we're just gonna keep on moving. We're not waiting for pieces to sell, because then I only get to show you half the pieces. So, you know, still an opportunity to call and get your favorites. But this is the 183 black opal out of Lightning Ridge, Australia, and that's a great size stone. Don't see many of those come around where it gets almost to 2 carats, and that's just in its actual carat weight. There's a little bit of green, yes, you're probably seeing it through the midpoint of the stone there, a little bit of that electric green coming through, but you also have 24 points in diamonds. That would be the halo and the sides there that you have wrapping around it, and then the yellow gold, or your choice of changing it to a white or rose gold. But this is so beautiful. I call this the concave halo, because if you look at it from the sides, it actually dips down a bit in the middle, hence the word concave. So that really, it's an artistic designer element, just to mostly also show off the stone, because why not? This is a natural through and through opal. You get to see color throughout the sides like you see there, because it's not a doublet or a triplet. And so it's almost like we're showing that off. It's like we're giving you a little sneak peek into more than just the top center of your stone, but you get to see it from all those different angles, which I think we love. And then it's going to be a huge value. Started at $34.99. Much better value than that. We'll try it on the hand here, because this is where we can prove to you, once again, as we always do with opals, that size is one thing, but you have to have a little asterisk with that carat weight, because it's going to look a lot larger on the hand, as you see there. Still stackable. Watch how you can put a ring right next to it if you want to. That basket is going to be elevated a bit so that you can stack with ease. Put it together with your wonder rings or your diamond bands or what have you, but it's actually going to be better than even, wow, we're going to take this lower than $2,000, and that is one very strong opal. If you love the color blue, and I think most of us do, it's a unique way beyond just topaz and sapphires to get that great blue color, and we're going to make it $9.99 yet again. But that's a one of a kind, and as always, that piece you see is the piece you get. So a really great value there. And then we've got affordable Congolese color change sphene bi-color tourmaline. That's going to be the watermelon variety with the pink and the greens together. So we're going to have all of that for you. And we've got a brand new Congo on the way as well. And then there's a larger color change sphene too, which is almost 2 carats. We did have a 2 carat over the weekend. I think that's still here if you want to ask about it, but that's going to be coming up too, where we have a slightly under 2 carat. We'll try to make that one extra affordable for you. But then there's even a chameleon. And remember, if you were with us this weekend, we thought we had brought out every single conch pearl that we had. Those are those super, super ultimate rare. They're not actually really theoretically pearls, but they're called conch pearls. They were super, super discounted, so they all sold out. And yet there were a few of you that were wondering if we had any more. I did bring out, there were 2 extras that were in a different vault that we did not have access to yesterday, unbeknownst to us. So we brought those out today. If you're curious, we have 2. They're quite large, I will say. One of them is a 2 carat 35. So somewhere in the midpoint of, remember yesterday we had a 4 carat 05, that was about $9,000. So what we are doing is bringing you a 2 carat, actually it's a 225, and that's going to be here, but we also have a carat 04. So if you missed out on the conch pearls that we had yesterday and you wanted to get in on those big discounts that we're doing, we have those coming up for you. So just a reminder, I would really recommend dialing in on those if you'd like to see those sooner rather than later. But back to the wheel we go, because that opal is still here for $9.99 and probably should not be. Let's get to our last pair of drop earrings for the hour, which is actually going to be the multicolored sapphire look that we saw just the other day, but they were in heart shapes. And this is where it's a round medallion style. So maybe you'd like to have this rainbow color ombre represented in the round kind of disc style, the medallion. That's really pretty. And then yes, that is actually a little bit of a rim of enamel around it. So it just adds a little extra. It's like highlighting, or like, again, when we see something sometimes in graphics or in beautiful, you see it, Tony does it all the time for us, like if we have a clock, we give it a little bit more of a highlight by adding a color around the border. That's what's happening here around these sapphires, but it's going to be item number 1124415. And let me go ahead and I'll use that one, show you on the ear, but this is a really special way that these are actually ombre. But instead of going from one color to a similar color, they're giving you the multiple colors of sapphire, really the main ones, from the pinks at the top to the yellows to the greens. I know it might be harder to see here on camera because our lights are so bright, but it's actually going to be greens and then blues. And you see how within the blues, it goes from a lighter to a darker as they drape down. And of course, this is a hoop to start with the diamonds in the front. It's 70 points in sapphire, and they will be just one pair in the yellow gold. You'll see what they look like from a distance. Somehow they look even better from further away. And that's what you see there. And there's that highlight I was telling you about. So it starts with diamonds up front, in front of your hoop. That's where you're going to get the diamond weight of 12 points. And then it's the multiple colors of sapphire there, and then your on enamel around it. And that's the inside. So they've got a great finishing on the inside, so they look just as lovely. Maybe not as lovely, but close. They look really pretty from the back too. I'll try one on right after I get to the measurement here, because it looks like we've had the heart shapes, but not the rounds. And there they are at an inch in their top to bottom length. And then I'll pop one on for you. But they really are a stone style that will go with everything else, because that's the beauty of it, right? Is multiple color looks in jewelry are always popular, because it tends to be, if you're investing into fine jewelry, you want to make sure and wear it as often as possible. That's obviously a more versatile piece that you're going to wear quite often, because it doesn't matter what you're wearing for the wardrobe that day. It's going to have this earring working with it beautifully, whether it's neutrals entirely or if you're looking at some color that you love to wear. There's always going to be a color there that can be brought out in that earring, and you see how there's kind of a sheen and a glow to the way those look there. So it's a beautiful just movement they have. They're going to stay up front with the round, and then you see all those colors kind of stacked one after the other. It's a lot of workmanship to do that, and so we're really proud that they're here, and affordably so, where they're not even $9.99. We've had some under $1,000 pieces. We're ready to go lower than that. Let's take another close-up look and get you a better value than even, oh no, they're not $888 or $777. $6.99 would be pretty amazing, don't you think, for solid gold? Yeah, it would, but we're going to do a lot better than that even. So all you got to do is call. That's really it. It's all it requires is a phone call, and quickly, because obviously nothing going to stick around with those types of values that we're seeing here tonight. And yet these are not even $6.99 to get you a really versatile earring with sapphires, which, just to note, is September's birthstone, and diamonds as well. So we always throw in April's birthstone in there too, but that's something to think about if you're a sapphire lover. It's like all the different colors of sapphire together in one earring, and they're $5.99 if you'd like them. So that should be gone in a hurry, because again, where do you find earrings like that? Even little gold studs or little gold basics are usually more than $5.99 in today's environment. So that's how they look together. Just a really beautiful match. It's one thing to create one of those striped ombre effects. To have two match like that, think of all the work, all the labor that goes into a design like that. And yet we're asking for $5.99 to get them a home. So let us know if you'd like those, and we will be moving on. We've got that big designer brooch coming up, that one with the freeform opal and the Paraiba, which would be worth it just to get the Paraiba on its own. I'll tell you that right now. It is a very, very important piece. And then we've got some tanzanites that you'll love. We're going to bring out some of those. We've got some designer diamond pieces as well that feature bigger diamonds than we usually have in white diamonds and yellow diamonds. We're going to blow those out too for you. And then ruby is here, but let us know what requests you have. We're only about 25 minutes into an incredible Monday night. Lots to get to, lots to sell out, lots to give you huge discounts on. And then let me just put together a little rarity for you. By the way, if you're a brooch lover and you love sapphires and you can handle a few savorites mixed in, let me flash one of our most, this feels like a party in a piece of jewelry. Take a look at that. The colors here, that is designer decadence. It's sapphires and savorites together. It's a golden sapphire. It's a pink sapphire. The greens you see are savorite garnets, and it's got an incredible over 1 carat in diamond weight. That is a brooch. I will say you could put a bigger chain right through it and it would sit nicely as a pendant, but this is one of those values where if you know designer jewelry, it looks like something that would be in the tens of thousands of dollars, and absolutely it would be, but instead we're going to go a lot lower. It's item number 1123729. It's one of those true forms of like truly museum meltdown. Why? That's all 14 karat gold, and there's a lot of it. So before we talk about the fun stuff, which is the sapphires and the savorites and the diamonds, consider how much gold is here in 1123729. Consider it, because this is why we would love nothing more than to take out all those stones. We would probably make 5 individual rings out of those 5 colored stones there. And then you've got a carat 12 in diamonds as well. and yet it's almost 3 inches tall. It's 2 3/4 inches from top to bottom. So that's a lot of gold. And then you have 93 points in the sapphires and the savorites together among those 5 stones, and then the beautiful diamond weight at 112. This is one of those that if you are a brooch lover, if you do want to put, I would say, because the pin goes all the way, really we're about the upper third here all the way to the base, you could actually put an omega chain through it. If you have one of those larger, heavier chains, as I show it to you on the neckline, if you have a larger chain, it would work really well with it because it would sit upright like this. You would put your chain through the brooch, or just again, anywhere on a lapel, this is going to work very, very well. But you can see what kind of beautiful size this has as we take another look at it close up now, because we want to show you the kind of detail you're getting. And each individual sapphire and savorite are so impressive, and yet this one, there's a big reason why it's $59.99, but also we know that with a style that is primarily a brooch, and yet I really think that everyone needs to have a brooch in their collection. Sometimes just is one good one, right? One good one that you love, that speaks to you from a design element or speaks to you on a color front. This is the way to get it, because there's so many ways to wear it. We're getting in, maybe it's summertime, you're not thinking about brooches because we're in, we're wearing less clothing and less layers and less, fewer of the hats and the scarves. But this is the time of year when you're really going to break out the brooch and really add it to your wardrobe. But it's not going to be 5,000 or 4,000 or 3,000 or 2. It's one that, again, the whole motive behind these museum meltdown pieces is there's a lot of material, there's a lot of metal. We would love nothing more, since it's not going to sell at 6,000. We've tried that already. We know that. Since that's not going to be the price tag that it sells for, we can't just leave it in the inventory, but we'd love to have the metal back. So if it's basically, we don't want to go through all that extra labor to take it apart, but if that's what it comes to, there's a lot of metal and a lot of stone weight there. So that is why we have this museum meltdown segment, where it would be wiser at this point to basically deconstruct it, right? Take it apart, melt it down. But before we do, we're giving you one incredible price tag that's designed to make no more work for us. So the idea is to give you a better value that is irresistible to the point that it goes, so we don't have to go through the labor. I can't stand the thought of having to put our jewelers through even more work than when you've got already the idea of custom designing and making new and sizing and changing gold colors every day. So let's give you a huge value that's not even $19.99 for this beautiful brooch. Slash, again, could be a pendant if you want to, just again, if you've got that larger chain that you can put right through it, but it's actually going to be better than even $1,500. So here's where we get really, really interesting, where it's just meant to, again, the idea is got to go. It's got to go. It's got to go now. This is the lowest it could ever be. It's far below what it would cost to ever create it. I think you know that. We don't work on big margins where $6,000 is, oh, it cost $22 to make and we're making, $6,000. That's not how we work. We have the teeny tiniest margins, and usually we're going backwards on pieces lately. So this is your chance to go ahead and take advantage, and it's not $14.99 either. We're going to make it $1,399 for that one-of-a-kind designer piece that, again, is almost 3 inches of gold and diamonds. And then, of course, the stones in between it that are some of your exotic colored gems that are right there, from your pink and golden sapphires to the greens of the bright savorites that are just on point, exactly what you want in the best of savorite garnets. So that'll be $13.99, only one there. We'll see who's got it. Then we're going to move on. We got a big designer diamond wheel. It's just 3 pieces. They're all one of a kind. Then we've got some Tahitian pearls in brooches. They're amazing. We've got white and yellow gold on some Tahitian pearl options. The black opal that's got all those blues is still here. All right, so are we melting this down? Nobody wants it. All right, then off it goes to be, again, never seen again. That's the other thing to realize, is that once we melt it down, obviously we can't bring it back. There's the black opal that was down to $9.99. All right, let's get the sphene up here, because over the last couple of days, we've shown you some really good sphenes, and we've got a brand new one here tonight. And it's a nearly 2-carat stone, which is so tough to get. When I debuted these back, and it was way back, 2017 as a matter of fact, so we're talking about a lot of years ago here. It was March of 2017, so we're coming up on an anniversary of offering these for the very first time. That's why it was such a coup for us to bring to the world, because nobody had ever seen them before. Nobody even knew they existed. It was a lot of excitement surrounding this debut, and it was a lot of fun to have them. But of course, then that completely sold out. Every stone we had sold out on that debut day, only to go years and years and years without any more. Never thought we'd see it again. Had another little tiny collection come through, and it was the same gentleman. He actually, turns out he had some other stones, and it was locked up in a private kind of safety deposit box situation. He'd forgotten that he'd even had them from that one source, and yet Those came out just more recently. Now that was even a step up in color and clarity, whereas normally they tend to be a little bit more of that yellow green. This is where the stones are actually a true bright green, and then it goes to a red. That's the whole beauty of a color changing gemstone. There's two colors in one. That color changes based on your light environment. You have a great looking stone that also, no matter what light environment, no matter what body color you're seeing from the stone, it has dispersion that's higher than diamond. Take a look, you'll see it here. And it's 1125788. Now we had a 2 carat over the weekend that was really, really, special. But this is that just under 2 carat. So therefore, given that it's not exactly at that 2 carat mark, I'm gonna really bring this down for you. And that's what I'm talking about, the clarity that it brings, that true, beautiful green that it's got, and then all the dispersion and light you see through it. By the way, we still have those multicolored sapphire earrings as well. I'm behind those. There's a lot of jewelry I've been buying lately because these price tags are amazing. They're truly amazing what we've been seeing of late. It really is. It is a September. I've never seen a September like it. So it is a September to shop. And let's talk about what we can do on a carat 89 in the color changing sphene. Now 29 points is the diamond. This feels maybe the most Art Deco of any style we have. It looks like it could be a vintage piece, but you know us, we don't sell you as jewelry. We don't sell worn pieces or pieces that are, beat up and scratched and all that. And there's, that's fine. There's a lot of estate pieces out there. There's a lot of jewelry that's kind of recycled, upcycled, whatever you want to call it. We're all about brand new, but it's nice to see every now and then a little nod to a different era in design, and that's what this is. 189 is the stone carat weight. It's 29 points in diamonds, including, look at those big rounds that you have at the very points on the side, just before you reach down to the band. It goes from pave to that large bezel set. Then you've got the gorgeous greens here, which really look good. And of course, you're getting a phenomenal gem that is worth more than most every stone I can show you here or anywhere else, and that's really impressive. So it's not something you find in retail, yes. Thank you. That brooch is gone, the sapphire savorite combination. And it was a savvy shopper, I must say, who picked up the sapphires and savorites. So I just can't forego a little alliteration when the moment strikes me. But here we are. That's from my mama. She got it from her mama. And yes, she loves to alliterate. So we're very excited to have this one here. Get ready. There's a great value coming your way. I can tell you that right now. It's not going to last because that is a major piece. And we're going to get you a better value than even $3,999. It's brand new right now. Let's show it on the hand so you can really see this thing operate. It's interesting. I just got literally stopped in my tracks here because when I picked it up to put it on the hand, it went completely red on me just by being out of that spotlight for a moment. And that actually, here's the elongation of the cushion, which actually makes it look a lot larger than a 2 carat. I've seen a number of these, obviously having debuted them as a world premiere several years ago. I think I'm the only one that's handled these stones historically, and that's really exciting. But I can tell you right now, that stone looks a lot larger than it actually weighs, and it's not 39 or 29 or even 19.99 as we take another look at it right there. And notice the clarity. It's a little bit more rare to find a sphene with that kind of pristine nature. The pristine green sphene, and yes, it's very clean. And it's not going to be $19.99 either. Let's go even lower. You ready for a value? That's why you're here tonight, right? You're going, oh, it's Monday, gotta watch. It's Must See Monday, it's TVON, it's all the markdowns your heart desires, and some pieces that are, again, it's a nice mix. We have the museum meltdown, we got the brand new, we got a little something for everybody tonight, truly, plus whatever it is you want to see. That's why you get requests in. Make sure you do that because we don't want you waiting on anything. These are great values. Take a look at this. It's not even $19.99. We're $1,500 for a nearly 2 carat color change sphene. That is exceptional, and we're going to make it $1,499 only. That is a one in the world, and we'll see who's got it. It's one of our brand new ones tonight. Got a few of those brand new ideas for you tonight. Plus, we do have some really good turquoise earrings brought down in price. Loving those. Anybody love those orangey pink tourmalines? Look what I have here out of the Congo. Fresh and new, 3-stone ring. Oh, it looks like dessert. I don't know. It's such a pretty color. It's just pretty pinks with goldens mixed in. Okay, $14.99 for that value. Wowza. Then, I don't know if we can handle another brooch, but it's that custom designer, big heavy piece in 18K that I flashed with the Paraiba. Worth it for the Paraiba alone. We'll show you what we can mark that one down to, plus Tahitian pearls. And I have a Tahitian pearl, rather a tanzanite collection that is always special. Oh, come on, Mom, you could do better than that. She just alliterated 3 words. You can do better. I know you can. I know you can. I bet you can do 8 in a row. $14.99. All right, anybody on this one? You've got it? All right. Jason says, I'll take it. And that is spectacular. Let's just get to it. This 3-stone, we're going to go with more elongation here. The incredibly elongated, this is out of the Congo. It is. So beat those drums, because this is a really, really good stone. Where usually we see these stones out of the blue and the green family, which we love. We adore those. But this is that pinky gold, and it feels like sherbet ice cream for some reason. I don't know. Maybe it's just the fact that, I don't know, it's been a long day. Maybe I need some sugar. But here it is, that really, really special piece. I've been to 2 airports in one day. That's something I don't think I've done before. Yeah, 2 airports one day, been in the car for like 6.5 hours, and just, yeah, on a Monday, it's been a day. But this is my 4-carat 35, so let's just put it this way. I'm happy to be shopping. This is the best part of my day right here. It's just, let's shop, right? Let's shop, and all the stress will just fall away. This is 112-5843. And it's very cool. It's a 4-carat 35 Congolese stone, and it's got 18 points in the diamonds. But wait, only 2 stones? We did a 3-stone style, which has this incredible round, brilliant, bigger stone on each side. So if it's 18 points in total, that means you've got a 9 and a 9-pointer. Very large, very impressive. Round, brilliant stones. You're calling me on this one. You know, we don't see enough of the 3-stone styles, I believe. It's such a, we love our diamonds. We obviously do. We love our diamonds. We love our stones. We feel like our stones deserve a lot of diamonds, but sometimes there's something so classic and so really just, again, very special about getting a 3-stone style, straightforward like it is, really easy to wear if you like a bigger stone presence, but you don't necessarily need a gigantic ring. This is really the solution. This is the way you do it, because it's got that really special larger diamond presence without being overwhelming. So it, in other words, doesn't make the ring too large. It doesn't make the ring oversized. We didn't add 3 or 4 halos around it. We just kept it so that you can really show off the stone, and that's what you're seeing here. Plus, it's also going to be, okay, how about this? A $49.99 ring that is brand new right now. You're seeing it for the very first time, obviously. And yet we're going to bring it down, because I don't let anything slide on a Monday. It's on the hand. I don't want anything to stay here when we've got the opportunity to discount the way we do on a Monday night. So here's what I would recommend. Call me early. $435 is the carat weight. I know it's 2 points, but hey, it's important. So $435 is the carat weight. 18 points is the diamond weight. It's in the white gold. Now, do you see a little more golden? You can change it, by the way, if you want to go yellow or rose. I think either color, any one of the 3 would be gorgeous with this stone, but it's going to be a lot more affordable than even $2,000 for one of our rarer stones, because out of the Congo, they're all rare. It's a newer source of tourmaline, but certainly the blues and greens are what we see more of. To get these blends of pinky, peachy, golden are far more rare, and we're going to ask for less than $19.99. Oh, this one's going to fly. We know that. It's not even 19. This is what I get to do on Monday nights. This is why it's kind of like our Friday around here, since we don't have that Tuesday night with you. So this is what it's all about, is taking even, I don't care how fresh and brand new, this was completed about 3 hours ago. So that is about as hot and new as it gets. And yet it's here, it's ready to go. We've got a great value already. I think already it's great value. $19.99 for a Congolese stone that is of that size. Very impressive already. We're taking it much lower than that. Take a look at this. It's not going to be 19. Or even 18, or 17, or $1,699. That's what we're gonna do right now on the 3-stone, where you gotta remember this, those 2 9-point diamonds are more valuable than if I had a lot of little stones totaling 75 points or a carat, because that's how rare the big diamonds get. The bigger diamonds get more expensive. So this is why, again, 3-stone styles aren't always easy to do and make affordable like that when you've got that opportunity. By the way, Jason, do you know who it was that got that color change sphene? Sandra, enjoy it. What a value. She had to be thrilled with that one. That was a beautiful, beautiful opportunity. And thank you, Sandra. I hope you enjoy it for many, many, many years to come. And then get ready for it. Let's bring out the designer brooch. Let's just do it. If you ever just wanted a Paraiba, maybe you like dismantling jewelry. Sometimes the values are so good. There's nothing that says you have to keep it in the state it's at. We got a lot of people who are in the business themselves. Take a look at this from the hand here. So you can see, if you don't know this piece, well, you're about to be introduced to one of our biggest and best ever in brooches, and yet it's still got that Paraiba, that's where I'm starting. I know that's the last point of the piece, but on 112-4993, we've got to talk about this. The bottom portion of the piece that has that movement thanks to that O-ring, that is a Paraiba bezel set draping from what almost is like a big scalloped shell. And then you have a 3-carat 60 freeform lightning ridge opal. You've got this incredible amount of 18-karat gold that wraps and alternates with pave and mirror finishing. That's a carat 33 in diamonds. This is museum meltdown, the definition of. And if you think that, oh, I've seen that for $16,999, you have. It's been on, it looks like, twice. And while it's been taking up residence in a vault, it has been discounted and discounted and discounted, but not on the air. Now it was designated one of these huge museum meltdown pieces, which is going to be the most incredible value. I know it's a brooch, but you know how strongly I feel about just get one good brooch and you'll be happy you have it. Here's the length, and remember this is 18 karat solid gold. It's 1 3/4 in top to bottom, almost 1 7/8. We're going to show it on the neckline as well. Remember, because it's a brooch, there's a lot of different ways you can wear it because you can really put it on any which way. You're going to want, though, the Paraiba at the bottom in some respect because obviously let gravity do its thing there with that draping stone. But look at those blue greens, and yes, I'm going to show it to you up close as well so you can see what that looks like. But let's see, because I know $17,000 piece might stick around for a while. This one will not, cannot, and here's what it looks like. Let's just show you the Paraiba first of all, because how clean that is. Then I got to go back behind this camera and zoom back so you can see everything that's good about this piece. And remember that you're getting the blues and the greens, which is why the Paraiba is there. We thought blues and greens in the opal. Let's add a Paraiba to it to accentuate it. Check that out. See how you even have the blues and the greens where they turn to teals? And there is one caller that's going to own it here tonight. And trust me, it's not staying here. There's some that I'm going, oh, even with the museum meltdown price, I'm not sure if it's going to go or if it's going to stay. And then, of course, we melt it down. But here's your last call. There is so much going on as far as just really rare, that somebody's going to want it just for that Paraiba, because that Paraiba is an 80 point on its own. You know what that would be in a ring here? It'd be about $6,000. And then you get the 18K, and then you get the opal, and then you get the diamond weight, which is 1 1/3 carat, and there's the brooch from the back. And we're going to make this even better than even, well, how about we just get it under $10,000, but at $99.99, it still runs the risk of staying here. We don't want that. There's too much labor and beauty that went into this, too much rarity in this one piece. We cannot stand the thought of it staying here. So instead of $9,000, $8, $7, $6, or $5, you're not paying $49.99. That's already under the cost that it ever would take to make one component. Which part do you want? The opal by itself, the Paraiba by itself, the gold by itself, the diamond weight by itself? You're getting it all. And it's not $4,000. It's not $3,000. I would rush to the phone lines because guarantee you there's going to be more than one collector who wants to get their hands on this brooch, and it's not even going to be $3,000 or $29.99. We have the deal, and you can say sold when you want, but I'm still going to take it even lower because this is meant to go, and I can't risk any of these museum designated pieces to stay here. Let's blow it out right now, $1,999. Get it for the Paraiba, get it for the opal, get it for the diamond weight, or get it for the gold weight. But to think all of that is together in one, and you've got it for under $2,000, that is what we live for. That's the kind of value we showed up on a Monday night looking for. Those really big statement pieces that nobody else in the world is going to have, and take another look at it on the hand from a distance away so you can see and appreciate that size that it gives you. And that way that Paraiba, can we take a look at it on the hand one more time, please, just so you can see the way it's constructed, the way it drapes, the way you get that Paraiba essentially just dangling from the base of that piece. That's why you want to have some kind of upright stance to this one, and it's $19.99. And it's here. Goodness. All right, museum lovers. Well, we'll skip the museum pieces. I think the meltdown, I've already got our jewelers doing too much work on these meltdown pieces, but that's the way you get a Paraiba right there. Let's go ahead and go back to our wheel because I've got a quick little trio for you. There's some of our rarest in greens. And we're going to go to that Congolese blue-green into the, well, this is fun, because this is one of those bicolors. And I'm actually going to turn it this way because I feel like this is upright for this piece. Now, granted, we're going to come in because this is not a, 2.5-inch brooch. So let's come in and take a look, because I've got 2 more rings to add. This is one of those Congolese stones, but instead of being blue and green, together blended. It's actually got the green and the blues, and one color goes into another. So instead of having to say, I just like the blend, this is really going to be that still bicolor that combines the two colors together. But you really see that in the emerald cut. Then, if you're a green lover, you got to be here, because look at this. Color change sphene, if you missed out on the other one, this is that highly dispersive, color changing gem, green to red. And then let's throw in some pinks with the green, where you've got a bicolor tourmaline. And so, I don't know, I'm feeling the green today. So here we go. A little wheel for you, all one of a kinds. Good news here on the gold front. I can change any one of them in gold color. You've got some white gold and some yellow gold represented up there. You can mix and match and do whatever you choose to here on any one of these individual rings. But that's the problem, is they're still individual rings because they're all one of a kind pieces. The stones are one only. That is why we've only got what we have there. You still get your size, you still get your gold color choice, all of that is yours to choose. And yes, everyone's gonna be green with envy when they know that you own something special like bicolor tourmaline. That Congolese is so cool. The idea of going from green to blue or blue to green, just depending on how you wear it, that is the coolest thing. We lose our minds over these blue-green combinations of tourmaline like Paraibas, like the traditional Congos, but to see it segmented the way that is so incredible. Then you've got your sphene, which is only getting cooler, right? We've got the opposite color, it changes to red. You've got a color change, phenomenal gem. And then of course, the traditional watermelon tourmaline, as we call it, which goes from pink to green. Take a look. It's all three, one price. Which one do you love? Or maybe you take all three. They're also highly collectible. It would not be beyond the realm of possibility for a collector to want to just take all three, keep them, gift them, whatever you want to do. But all three have the same markdown price, because I had to move some jewelry in our last 10 minutes of this hour. And they're all going to be $29.99 or more. Uh-oh, one is $29.99. The other two are over $3,500. We're going to make this a lot more affordable. There's my sphene. There's the blue and the green. See how that goes from one color to the other. There's your face-up angle at it. Which one are we thinking about already? And then here's the more very classic style halo with the true 50-50 pink and green. That's otherwise known as watermelon tourmaline. Very rare. You have two completely different stone colors out of the same family, of course, but they are just completely split. And then, of course, that beautiful cutting shows that off. Are you ready? Which one do you like? All right, so we already got someone thinking about the bicolor tourmaline on the left. Center, okay, Congolese blue and green bicolor. We're thinking about that one as well. Any one of them, you change the gold. Do you see how we have yellow here on the side, white gold in the middle, yellow gold on the other side? You can change them all to the other color, or you can go rose if you want to. I usually just say rose gold only works with certain stones, but I do think it oftentimes works with green. So if you are somebody who is a rose gold lover, I think any one of those green stones or combinations of green stones would look lovely in rose gold as well. So you have got a choice of do what you wish, do what you want. You don't pay any extra to have it changed in the gold color, that's for sure. Take a look at it. And we're gonna make this, ridiculously affordable. How about $2,000 even, or $19.99? And diamond weights, by the way, here's the 165 stone. That's going to be the 165 with 73 points in diamonds. In the center, you have the blues and greens. That's a 260, 28 points in diamonds. And then here's the sphene, 54 points with 65 points in diamonds. Okay, nobody likes them at $19.99. That is okay. This is why we do Monday night markdowns. This is why it is must see. This is why this is must shop. There's a difference between seeing the show and shopping the show, right? This is where we're going to talk about must shop. Today is a must shop day. These kind of values, these kind of really cool, unusual, exotic stones, this is the day to shop. Pick up the phone, dial in, get something fresh and new. Hey, fall just started yesterday, right? It's officially fall. So this is where, again, you can add that new piece. We always think about the wardrobe gets all the love. We love our fall fashion, but really fun to inject a little new and exotic into your jewelry and accessory collection as well as you reach a new season, and they're not going to be even $1,500 or $14.99. This is a choice of, but they're all one-of-a-kind pieces, one-of-a-kind stones, and they're all exotic, very exotic. And we're going to make them, you know what, skip over $13.99. Let's just take them below cost. We can do this, right? It's Monday night. I can do whatever I want. Wasn't even scheduled to be on a Monday night, ever, ever, ever. It was always my day off here. It was Monday and Tuesday. And then they said, you got to do it. Oh, boy. I said, well, how am I going to go anywhere? And they said, do Monday nights. You can do whatever you want. I said, okay, good. Sounds good. You mean I can just make up my own prices and we can do a special segment and we can just get everything marked down? Absolutely. I said, all right, I'll do it. I'm in. So here we are. It's a weekly celebration. It's like you got to think of every Monday as like a holiday here, because it really is. This is the kind of value we love and the kind of value we look for. And they're not 13, they're not 12, they're not 11, they're not $10.99. I'm doing what I want here, and we're going to make them $999. That's it. $9.99. Any one of them you want. They got 60 seconds left, and that's it. And then we're going to move right along. Did anybody get our opal and Paraiba brooch yet? Oh my goodness. Well, well, well. So we got a lot of melting to do here. We do. Got the Congolese, we got the opal, we got the basket of roses. It's my brooches that are here. We've got the brooches that are with the opal and the Paraiba. We've got the ruby and diamond brooch as well that literally looked like a basket of roses. And then we do have, of course, now these three, which $9.99 a piece. Let me know which one you like. Okay, we're going to move on in 30 seconds more. I do have to keep on time today. We just have a lot of great jewelry planned to mark down. So can't just wait on any one item. Got to make sure that if you're not into the greens today, we can show you something that you will love, something that you'll very much enjoy, something that you can save a bundle on. That's the deal all night long. If you want a big tanzanite. Yes. Okay, so the watermelon tourmaline is spoken for. That's 1125326. I'm going to show it to you on the hand here, Allison, so they can take a look now and see what they can expect here when it gets home. And this one's in right now, the yellow gold, but change it if you wish. There's the watermelon tourmaline. It's a great stone. That's going to be that 165 with the 73 points. It is spoken for. Then we look at our last two available, the sphene on the right, or the bicolor green to blue in the on the left side there, and that's going to be our 260 out of the Congo with the diamonds. Love how there are trillions in pave on each side, but then that one arch of diamonds on one side. So a little bit of an asymmetrical look, which is super cool there. And Jason, are you thinking about either one of those? Can I try them on for you? The middle, that's what I kind of figured with the Congolese, as popular as they are. Take a look at this one on the hand here. Look at that. Now, this is what we need to see. That viewpoint is everything, because sitting on the wheel, it's not going to show you all of its beauty. You really have to see it straight up like this and notice the clarity. Now, do you have that one, Jason, for sure? Thank you. That is item number 1123198. That one is spoken for as well. And then our last one remaining, we'll bring up the graphics here for you. It's going to be item number 1125748, and that would be the sphene in the oval, 54 points plus the diamond weight at, what was it, 60 something, right? 65 points there on that one. 1125748 is your item number on that sphene, and that's our last one at $9.99. Okay, we're going to move right along. We have about 4 minutes till the top of the hour. We have an incredible chameleon diamond if you're also a fan of the blues and greens, because this is one of those blue-green stones, our conch pearl. So I don't know, we have different audiences every day, right? Sometimes they're Sunday people, different than our Monday people, different than our Wednesday people. So I don't know if you guys were here on Sunday morning with me, but this is something that really took us by storm yesterday. And it was this idea that I had an initial conch pearl in a pendant. It kind of went and blew the phone lines up. And so then we brought out two more, and those were gone. And those were all pendants. And then we brought out the rings, and then they were gone. All but one, the 405, stuck around because it was $9,000. And so I just made a point today, just because there were a few of you looking for these stones still, after everyone sold out except for the 405. I wanted you to have one more opportunity, and sure enough, lo and behold, in a vault that we had not had access to yesterday in the Sunday morning, I brought out this big, big round, and that's obviously rare, 1118422, is our round conch pearl that is still going to be over a carat. If you just happen to be hoping there was another, you missed out on yesterday's, well, here we go with a really special carat 04. And this is going to be just amazing. It's our round. It's still over a carat. It's got yellow diamonds and white diamonds to go with the two-tone gold. That is very impressive. And you get 5 points in the yellow diamonds and also a carat 03 in the white diamonds. And that is a lot going on around there. So very nice to have the addition of the yellow and the white. That I can say is the first of its kind too, to have those yellow and white diamonds together around our conch pearl. Now, little just advice if you're not familiar with this, and yes. Oh, that's great. Did she get that beautiful bicolor? Thank you, Tracy and Joy. Okay, so they're probably having cake and ice cream too at the house or something, right? Did you hear any partying going on in the background? No? Okay. So here's the deal, because we gave her grandson a birthday wish earlier. So hopefully they're still partying it up. But this is where you've got the conch pearl, which if you're not familiar with conch pearls, they're a little different than your organic pearls. They're not nacreous. That's actually something a little bit different where the mollusk, this instead of a mollusk is more of a shell of the queen, you know, the sea snails, the queen conch. That's that big shell we've seen, or I know you've seen it, maybe not in person, but maybe, you know, certainly in fictional types of varieties, but also we know this because it's such a large, substantial shell, where actually about 1 out of every 15,000 of these queen conch shells have a, what we call the conch pearl within it. Okay, 1 out of every 15,000. And then only about 10% of those pearls, quote unquote pearls, that's what we do call them, are actually gem quality. And most of them are super teeny tiny. So this is the result. Let's show the shell too, because you know these shells. This is what we're talking about, the queen conch shell. And it is spelled C-O-N-C-H. It is pronounced C-O-N-K, conch. So that's the shell we're talking about. Deep inside, you can see that the inside of the shell resembles the beautiful color of this quote unquote pearl. So it's still really like, again, a very special type of rare, really, really rare type of pearl, and it's a carat 04, and that makes it even extra special. So we have this one. I thought I'd bring it out since it's got a huge discount. Obviously, getting over a carat is incredibly important, and yet it used to be $11,999. That is how they start. So this is the reason why they've been sitting in our inventory for some time. When I debuted these for the one and only time, they were all hanging out around, well, $12,000. Many of them, even the smaller stones like the 10 and 20 pointers, they were $5,000 and $6,000. Well, that is why they took our Sunday viewership by storm yesterday, was because every single one of them was marked down tremendously. And that is why we couldn't basically keep them in stock. We couldn't get enough of them collectively. As an audience, we couldn't get enough of those stones. So found one more that you did not have access to yesterday. Here's our new discount, because that's what we're doing. They would not be popular if they were still $12,000. So what we're doing is making them a lot more affordable here tonight, and we're going to continue with this last one. Now, I do have a 2 carat 25, but that extra carat plus is going to get really pricey, kind of like the 4 carat 05 did. So I'll show it to you just so you know the difference. But here's the 225, which is also new today, and that's around. So that's the 225, but that one's going to be that $30,000 piece. Now, it is coming down today, but it's still going to be closer to $10,000. This one is not. This one's not even $10,000 or close to it. I was a little shocked to see this under $4,999, but again, it's got to go. That's the reason why they were finally going out the door, was because you know them. If you're aware of this stone and its variety and its rarity, you know it well. It's obviously, you know the price tags. They're usually found in nothing more than museums, retail stores. You can forget about finding any selection. This is what's so thrilling, and it is the top of the hour, so a special welcome to everybody who just tuned in. Glad you're with us tonight, this Monday night, and this is our really cool and the more affordable way to get the conch pearl here in the 1 carat size. And the fact it is around, and these are untouched, as far as this is how it was actually sourced out of that queen conch shell, so there's no extra anything we can do to it to treat it or enhance it or make it any better than what you see right there. So all that beauty is natural, and yet it's not even going to be $4,000, or better yet, $39.99, or even $3,000. This is the value. This is the way to get one. Obviously, they're going out popularly for a reason, and that is because it's all about the value. And we're so glad to have you here tonight to see this kind of value that's going to be carrying on through all of the pieces we bring. But this is just one that is kind of like a carryover from yesterday, and it's only going to be $2,999 for one collar, and here it is on the hand. So you can see what it looks like with a carat 08, by the way, in yellow and white diamonds. So that's very, very, very special, and that is the one to own. Let's take a quick look at it on the hand. It does stay as is as far as the gold colors go. You can see the diamonds, they do go side to side. There's something really fresh about adding just those couple of yellow diamonds. There are only a couple of them on each side, but it really makes for a very special look. So $29.99, like I said, not always the same audience on a Sunday morning as a Monday night, but again, beautiful, beautiful stone, and just wanted to bring that to you in case you missed out on all the other ones yesterday that sold out, except for, again, our 4 carat 05, which if you're interested, I'm happy to bring that back out. But as far as our top of the hour goes, I've got a great one for you for our very special top of the 8 o'clock hour here. And this is going to be really, really, really tough, because I'm going to have to play referee when I don't want to. And that is always the case here, is that I never, ever want to have to be referee and turn people away. But that is the nature of the stones we bring. And now we're going to the rarest of the rare of the rare. And then, of course, the most beautiful cut that I think you can get in a blue wing Blanc D, in a round, in a nice size that is going to be that size that generally is what we're looking for every day. This mounting is so wearable. It really is. And I'm ready to help you out. I really am. Welcome to our show. Big Monday night. So glad you're with us. We're live from Los Angeles, of course, and we're so glad you're here because it's no fun without you guys. I can tell you that. It kind of gets lonely up here without your company. So I really appreciate you stopping in and hanging out with us, and maybe window shopping. Who knows? Maybe we can turn you into a shopper tonight. That's really the goal here with these kind of values. But this is really our mainstay, but not for much longer. It's one of those that is on its way out, completely nearing done time. And we're talking about a 6 carat 40 here. In the round, which is a premium cut. A lot of you asked me the question last night and this morning, why was it that trillion yesterday was more than all the other cuts? And that is because there are certain cuts that just do go for more money. It's really the trillions and the rounds that go for more because they're such wasteful cuts to get. So those of us that love them, well, you can kind of be proud of that because you've got good taste, right? You've got expensive taste. And sometimes, well, this is the place to be because we work around those price tags of what should be and make you a better value to make sure that everything is affordable like it would not be anywhere else. So here's a prime example where we have item number 1125-114. It obviously something good's about to happen if it's our big top of the hour. So I would make sure that you're on the phone lines quickly if you're already thinking about, there it is, there's the round I've been waiting for. That's the one I want. That's what I've been waiting and looking for. And maybe that's the size you can feel like is really good for your collection and for wearability. This is stunning. Sure. Oh, Brenda, yeah, absolutely. So I just got, was that Brenda who picked up the watermelon tourmaline? Okay, I just got a message. She wants to see that again on the hands. So Brenda, you got it. It's coming up. And this is, well, look at this. This is a really good look here. How about that? So Brenda, Allison, is that who got this one from? I think it was you, Brenda. Right? Okay, very good. Brenda, there it is. So there's your tourmaline one more time. Isn't that a great size too? That's a good size. Carat 65 looks bigger than that. So thank you, Brenda, and enjoy that. And then here we go with the round, which is our 640. And it's going to have a carat 36 in the diamond weight. So there's a lot of diamond weight happening on this one as well, and just the right amount if you ask me, because I think a round should be extra special, right? Should be on the more lavish side, should be brought to that beautiful halo. You see the diamonds going down the sides of it as well. This is so stunning. And there's a value coming your way. Let's try it on. This one's also stackable. So if you want to wear something like our Wonder Ring, our world famous Wonder Ring beside it, this is a great way to go. Take a look at that. What a dazzle that gives you. You very rarely see anything do that in the round, and yet this is the kind of thing, $800, $900 a carat, usually the best we can do on a 6 carat 40 in that bigger size with that round cutting. You still see the reds. Obviously with that, you get a lot of razzle dazzle from that really, really big stone, but you're also getting the red flashes as well in every single diamond in that ring. Check it out all the way to the sides. They're the same size round brilliant stones. The halo around it, the stones down the side, everything is the same enormous size of diamond. And here's what I'm going to do. It's a $99.99 piece. They're our last call on museum reserve stones. It is the way to get a blue wing if you like the round. Hey, if you don't like the round, then good news. You don't have to spend nearly as much. We can get you ovals. That's pretty much primarily what we have left are the oval stones. But if you are somebody who just knows that I want to see those neons, but I still want to get a flash, a fire, a brilliance. I want it to sparkle like a diamond does, but I still want all that neon. The blues, the purples, the red flashes. That's what this gives you so well. It's overwhelming. It really is. I think you're going to be a little bit hypnotized by this stone. And most tanzanites aren't stones that are going to really flash or fire or be brilliant. That's not what tanzanite is known to do. This stone, because of that rare cutting, does. And it's not going to be even close to $49.99. We need one caller. And we're going to change the gold. White gold, yellow gold, rose gold. Obviously, white gold, you're ready to go. You just tell us your size and it's right out to you. But here we are, ready to help you. Oh, not the $49.99. No, I'm not going to do that. We're making it a lot better for you. Call me. We have 2 callers on the line. This is where the problem lies. You know, if you want a round, this is it. And I have a cushion cut square. It's about a 657. So actually, we'll have this one later. If you want a cushion square, which is similar in a way, but it's in a bridge mounting. So let me just show you. If you want a cushion square, you wait for me to bring that one out. So wait on that one, but if you want the round with even a bigger diamond weight, because this one's not gonna have as much diamond weight, that's 86 points in diamonds, and it's a great look too. But if you want the round, you know who you are. If you don't have a round and you're trying to collect the cuts, here you go. It's not even $39.99. This is the big top of the hour, which means the responsibility of carrying with it one of our bigger values of the entire night, and that's why we're doing it right now, welcoming you in, getting you that value right up front. And yeah, sometimes I like to have a top of the hour that we have a little quantity on. This one, unfortunately, not the case, but that's the beauty of dialing in quickly. You always have that opportunity to dial first. That puts you right at the front of the line. That gives you the advantage. It really does. It gives you a huge leg up on everybody else. And I know, we're all watching from all across the country. So you really want that leg up. Give yourself that advantage that's so needed, that really can make the difference between heart singing and heartbreak, right? This is not going to be even $3,999. Only this one. It's got to go. It will. We have no doubt about that. But it's not even going to be, okay, you're going to love this. It's not even going to be $3,500 for a round that looks like this. And again, one caller only. Let me know, Jess, if you're taking it. I know we're verifying on it already, so this may not even, and don't forget, I'm going to give you the lowest price no matter when you say sold. If you say sold, you claim it, you reserve it as yours. That's the beauty of it. And yet, I'm still going to give you the best price possible. And it's not 35 or 34 or 33 or 32. Come on in. This is the one to own, and then we'll have that cushion cut square later. But this is the one for my round lovers. That's it. It really is. Every single diamond is so important there. It's so spectacular. They're so bright. They're VS stones. They're large. I mean, we could sit here and count them. I mean, there are only going to be 3 on each side. That's it. 3 stones on either side. The rest is that halo. And you've probably got just, what, a little over a dozen of those. It is so incredible. Not 32? Okay, let's go even lower. This is why we love Mondays. You can't miss a Monday. You just can't. You can't miss a Monday. $31.99. $3,099. Okay, you got me. Let's make it $2,999. And that'll be it. And we'll see who's got it. It is beautiful. And for all that beauty and color that you're getting right here on camera, it gets so much better in person. You've got to see it in person to believe it. The amazing colors you have, the beautiful, bright, saturated tones. This is the one to own. I think we're verifying on it right now. Let me see who's got it. That is not going to last. You know this. When we say not long for the world, we mean it. There's only so many ways and so many times that a tanzanite stone of that value is going to stick around for more than a couple of seconds. Do we have this one gone? Is Allison thinking about it, verifying? Maybe Jess verifying over here on this one? Anybody else? Anybody taking a call across the country that I can't see or hear from? Because if so, I gotta know. Because I'm seeing more calls on the line than I have in the studio. So help me out on that. Let me know if anyone's taking it across the country. But that's $29.99 and got to go. It's a beauty, isn't it? Man, that's nice. If only I had a bunch of those, or 10 of them, or 5 of them, or 2 of them, that'd be great. But here we are, and still have a couple of brooches and great designer pieces from our first hour. So let us know if you have any questions on those. We'll help you out. Most of them were really affordable. And then we also have, we've got the cushion cut later that'll be similar in size. Now, the only other stone that I have today in tanzanite is actually a 1220, and it's an Asher cut. So we do have a little larger stone. In one of the other, I know how popular this cut has been as well. This is a very popular cut. There's our Asher cut with the big important diamonds on the sides. So we have, again, 3 diamonds on each side there. So those are those really important diamonds. I have the most beautiful Tahitian pearl piece though. And I know there have been a lot of you looking for Tahitian pearl pendants. It's actually going to be a pendant, but then some, because it's actually going to be an enhancer style. And we have, interestingly enough, a white gold and a yellow gold available for you. So here's what we're going to look at now. This is the Tahitian pearl in the yellow gold. I'll zoom back a bit. I've got one of each here. It's 111 9643. This goes back a ways. And it's going to be the yellow gold Tahitian pearl with those really beautiful aubergine colors. So blues and greens, purples and pinks all together. And then we have a 13 millimeter stone. That's one option. Let me show you the white gold here. And then keep in mind, it's already a large bale, but it's going to open up in the back. So you've got an enhancer. That means, because what would go better with a pearl pendant than a beautiful pearl strand? Well, you know as well as I do, you could never put pearls through a bale like that. So that's why the enhancer comes into play, is that you can flip that bale open, put it between two pearls or two beads or what have you, and then it latches from the back. So you can use it in so many more ways. 1119643, we have the white and the yellow, so let me know which one you like, but it's got a brand new meltdown price. This is our 14 karat gold. It's a 13 millimeters, what I'm showing, Tony, not 14, it's a 13 millimeter, 33 points in the rounds and the baguettes together. And it's a large piece. Let me show you from a distance here. Perfectly round Tahitian pearl. Let me show it to you from a distance away. Look at that. That is really pretty, almost like a floral meets an acorn style. Nice and oversized because we wanted to show up. And obviously Tahitian pearls, we look for those big stones to be so important. That one's going to be 1.5 inches from top to bottom. And then again, enhancer. So there's a figure 8 in the back. It allows you to flip open the bale and then latch it into place. Let me show you what it looks like from a distance away on the neckline in the yellow. And then we can trade them out and do the white gold for you as well. But that is a remarkable style and of course, perfectly round pearl. We judge pearls on a lot of different basis. We look at different things, like we want it to be a smooth nacre. We want the surface to be smooth. We want the size to be large. We want the colors to be grand. We want those beautiful kind of, again, pearlescent, glowy colors. That's important too. We don't want it to be flat. We don't want it to be just a gray or a silver. We really want to see those different pearlescent points here. So I'm going to show you the yellow gold again. It's got great finishing throughout as well, and you can see it there. But that one's actually going to be, well, it was $39.99, which puts it out of the realm of what most pendants go for. But here's what I'll do. It's one of those meltdown pieces. Not only do we melt down the price tag, but we truly melt it down if it stays here. Now I've got two to sell, a white and a yellow, and the last time we had an option of white and yellow was the start of the show tonight, about 74 minutes ago, and we had a lot of people who all wanted the yellow. That may happen again. I don't know. It's up to you though, but we only have one of each. And here's what I'll do. Instead of even $2,000, half off already. But again, a large pearl really makes the difference. Those pearls alone are $6,000 and $7,000 in retail for that size. And we're going to bring it to you for better than even $1,500 or $1,499. This is when you tell us your gold color favorite. Get it soon, get it quickly, get it now. It's not 14, it's not 13. I'm truly blowing it out. We'd much rather have you take it than to have to melt it down, because that's a lot of diamonds to take out. That's a beautiful pearl that's set in the center. There's a lot of labor that went into this. Let's get it to you. Let's make it $1,299 instead, and for 30 seconds only. Jason, let me know if you want the white or the yellow. If you do, know your choice there, because then we'll immediately tell you what's up. We've got the yellow and the white now. Here's that white gold again, so you can see what that one looks like. Which one? Yellow gold is gone. So we now have the white gold remaining, $12.99 only. Okay, that's what I kind of figured. Yellow gold seems to be really, really popular tonight in our choices of. So that would be a good one. How are we doing on the tanzanite? Anybody get the 640? And then here we go. We have that cushion cut later. We'll show that to you. Plus we have, I hope you'll get requests in. Usually a Monday. Sometimes we're going to get some requests from maybe the weekend or last week. If you have anything you want us to have us check on and bring it out to you, if it's still available, we'd be happy to do that. But this pearl, $12.99. White gold's all that's left. And that's it. White gold, black pearl, gorgeous colors. I even hesitate to call it that. That's its category. But you see the greens and the purples and the pinks and the almost reds it has as well. All right, so we're going to get a move on here. We've got those tanzanite earrings, which I am so proud of. There's a big deal in an unheated zoisite. Still have the white gold on the pearl pendant. And let's take a look at this. This is an omega back earring. It's an oval shaped stone. It's a rare as rare can be tanzanite. Well, it's really can go with two different names here. It can go by zoisite or tanzanite. But if you say zoisite, which all tanzanites are zoisites, tanzanite is a trade name for blue zoisite. We've dubbed it tanzanite to pay homage to where it comes from. Of course, the one and only source in the world for tanzanite is in Tanzania. at the base of Mount Kilimanjaro. Those Miralani Hills have produced that really well-known stone. But this is the material that made it without any treatment. It's rare. Most of the rough material that is mined, and I know what you're thinking, you're going, those look pretty good though. They look dark. Doesn't heating usually make the stone darker and richer and more saturated? Exactly. So this is kind of like the best of all worlds because you're getting the rarity of having no heating done whatsoever. You're getting the fabulous still, it's subtle, but you still have the bicolors that we normally see from an unheated stone. So what makes those stones so rare is of course that fact that they are indeed, this one, unheated. So typically what that gives you, we've seen a couple that are pink and golden, but this is giving you that blue-green. It's almost like, think Paraibas and tanzanite combined. It's almost like the two together are happening in unison with this great look. So you see there, it's a subtlety of the blues and the greens, but that's what's so special. They're almost like the mermaid of gemstones, the peacock feather of gemstones. And it's 1123802. Did you still get that pendant, Jason, or is that still? Okay, so the yellow gold gone? Okay. Here's what we've got. Unheated zoisite, otherwise known as peacock tanzanite. The stone carat weight, well, it's 372 in total. So you're getting almost 2 carats each. There's a 40-point diamond halo and the omega backing. They're a great button style earring. They're a little larger than most studs. They're giving you this look. They're going to be vertical on the ear, so they will only sit this way, and you're not going to see that backing when they're on, which I'll be sure and show you, of course. But here's your length you're going to get. Now, there is only one pair there, a ½ an inch in their drop from top to bottom. They're in the white gold. I actually can change them if you want us to. I don't know if you would, because most every tanzanite I've ever brought to you and other pieces of jewelry are in the white gold, but hey, it's still your option that you have. So if you want yellow gold or rose gold, you can do it. Just give us a little extra time. This is the beauty of an omega back. You have a larger earring and yet it's still going to face out to the world. That's the beauty of why we do the omega back. They're really easy to put on. They're even easier to take off. And yet you've got this hinge, but it just looks straight out to the world, because the problem is with the regular post, they would just kind of tend to fall forward a little bit and be a little droopy. And it's not something we want our earrings to do. I don't know if we want anything to do it, right? We just want it to be kind of facing out to the world and looking great. And that's what is happening right there with that stunning material. And of course, it's that halo around it. So still adding those VS diamonds we love. Let's go back to the wheel and show you what they're all about as far as value, because we've seen them for $59.99. And I think we're over the $59.99 price. We are ready to mark them down. Just one pair only. That's where the key of the show is that we got a lot of one-of-a-kinds to get through. Make sure you dial in early. It gives you a huge advantage. And they're not going to be, well, they're not $59.99. And they're not $49.99. And we're going a lot lower than that right now just to send them on out. So give us a quick call, and then we'll make these easy for you. But they're not even going to be $2,000. You got to realize that all tanzanite is rare in its own right. Being one source, given the fact that the rumors are true, there's not a whole lot of mining left. Whether that's 5 years, whether it's 10 years, whether it's 2 decades, we don't know. And I don't think the way that tanzanite has been through the years, I don't think we're going to get a lot of lead notice. I don't think we're going to know well in advance. The Argyle mine, it was great because we kind of knew, and we were able to kind of, as an industry, be aware of it and remind everybody that the Argyle mine was closing. With tanzanite, I don't think we're going to have that luxury of knowing. I think it's just going to be one day, it's going to be after the fact, it's gone, it's done. So you remember how rare they are overall, but then you think this is that extra rare because 99% of it that's ever been mined has been heated. And this is not, and yet it's still going to go with your blue wings nicely, but it's still got this almost sheen of green and blue to it. And it's not going to be $19.99 or $18.88. Or even $17.99, we're going lower, $1,777 first caller on that pair of earrings. There is only one. You can change the gold, which is lovely, so you can really have it custom made to order, and yet they are $1,777, and if you're lucky enough to own a ring with the unheated, yes, they're gone. Congratulations, enjoy. Then that will go with it, and how beautiful are those? Let's show this major ruby. This is really heavy and really large, and I can't decide which way I want to show it to you because there's really no top, no bottom to it. It's almost like a highway style. It's 1124734. Oh my, that ruby. And we'll flip it around so you can see it the other way. But let's start with that ruby, which is pretty major and significant because, first of all, it's a platinum setting. That's why, and I know you can't feel it yet, but it is very hefty. When you get this out of the box, you're going to be very impressed. Platinum is a dense metal, and this is a lot of platinum. It's these big, overwhelming sweeps and rows, and very complex to make this, but then you've got, it's a 173 ruby. So this is almost 2 carats, that's major. And then you got diamond weight, 43 points in diamonds, a sweep of pave, as well as some individual larger round brilliants. It is stunning. Really stunning. And wait till you see it on. And we'll flip it around so you can see it the other way, because there's really no right or wrong way to wear it. It's kind of that sweeping highway style, that beautiful look you get. Look at this. Oh, wait till you feel it. It's just, I mean, I know that the gram weight's going to change depending on the size you need, but when you feel the weight of this and you realize that's not just gold, that's platinum, you're going to be very impressed. And to get all that diamond weight and that huge ruby with this complicated, it looks complicated, but it's really easy to wear. It comes down to one band in the back that's still got that, you know, beautiful curve to it. That's the way it looks from a distance away. Talk about a great glowing ruby, super transparent. Look at that. That's fabulous. And then here's the other way to look at it, just because that might give us a little more insight into that center of the stone. There it is. Isn't that a beauty? And this one's coming way down. You see that it kind of falls forward because it's so hefty in its size. It's almost like it's too top heavy to even hold up and be on its own, right? Oh, hi, Ariana. Thank you so much. Oh, hi, Diane. Thank you very much. Appreciate you guys both. Thank you so much. Some of our YouTube viewers tonight chiming in, being very kind as always. This one's going to be a one only, and it's one of those meltdown pieces. So huge museum moment here for our ruby lovers. But again, it's so incredible to have a 2-carat ruby. That's what doesn't usually happen. We don't get a lot of rubies here. And I'll tell you, I had one over the weekend that I didn't show to you. It was about this size. And yet, because it was nearing that 2-carat range, it was $25,000. So that's what happens with the really big rubies. They get way up there in price. This one is not. It's not going to be $79.99. That's where it began. That's where it started. We're going to take it even lower, and we're going to send it out right now. The very first caller can have it for under $3,000. We'll make it $29.99 for an incredible ruby. And then we got some diamond deals that are diamond designer pieces that are one of a kinds. And still, I need your requests too, because we have gone through a lot of this show tonight. We need your requests. We're going to bring out very affordable turquoise earrings here at the bottom of the hour, which is only 5 minutes away. And then we do have a chameleon. There is one great chameleon diamond here that is a little bit unbelievable when you talk about the size, the shape, everything else it's going to be. Get ready for that. That's coming up with a cert, as always. We got a 1/4 carat round chameleon diamond you're going to love, but $29.99. Again, if you could feel that, you would get it. Right now, why $3,000 even just for the metal would be so impressive. This is really, to me, as someone who's, you know, pretty well versed in gems at this point, right? To get a 2-carat ruby for that price is insanely good. And I would expect it to be just opaque and deep burgundy colors and nothing more. The fact that this is transparent the way it is, not an opaque stone, not a translucent stone, but fully glowing, that's the one to have. You know, I'm just going to start this now. Let's get into our bottom of the hour special here, which is a turquoise stud earring. So they've been here a long time. We've had them before. I probably presented them a dozen times or so. We've had this price tag. And of course, Sleeping Beauty is one of those stones, believe it or not, look past the fact that it's an opaque stone. Opaque stones don't mean affordable always. And this is the most important variety of turquoise the world over, which is our Sleeping Beauty mine, which is closed now. So there's no getting any more. And then it doesn't always look like this. Let's keep that in mind too. The Sleeping Beauty mine doesn't always produce perfectly flawless, bright, clean material like this. And when I say clean, I'm talking about matrix free. I'm talking about none of that veining we usually see in turquoise that is so common. This is a special earring. Now, turquoise is something I advocate on all fronts. You got to have a piece of turquoise in your collection. My oldest piece of fine jewelry, the first piece of fine jewelry I ever bought for myself that was significant, was a turquoise ring. And that was a lot of years ago. A lot of years ago. And you know, that is probably the ring that, outside of my signet ring and my diamond ring, that is the ring I wear the most. That is the ring I wear the most, because still to this day, and yet I'm not wearing most things from 25 years ago, But that ring is so significant, and it's just, again, because it goes with everything. And here, everything's changed in the world of jewelry. Styles are always changing. Obviously, prices and values of gold and metals and diamonds and everything else are shifting rapidly. But there's something about turquoise that, yes, is still gaining in value because of the Sleeping Beauty mine now being closed. There's no way to get any more of it. This is a huge opportunity to get finer quality. So if you are, and I love the matrix turquoise, I think there's a place for that. Usually in my mind, it's sterling silver pieces that feel a little bit more organic. I love a good, green turquoise and some with a lot of personality matrix to it. But if you're looking for quality, fine jewelry, this is the way to go, yet it's tougher to find, and it's 112-5866. But you've probably seen them before. I've presented them a bunch. They've always been $14.99. They started a little higher. I tried to make them a little bit better, and then they kind of stay here. Because I think a lot of us don't know where the current value of turquoise is, and that's okay. But this is 1 full carat of turquoise, 20 points in VS diamonds, and this is incredible. Just really specialty. And yet you're going to choose the white, the yellow, or the rose gold. That is completely up to you. And yet if you'd like them, come on in, because I've never had a price tag like this. So if you've admired these before, or maybe you already own them and you want to gift them, or maybe you're sick of looking at turquoise out there that has a lot of that, well, let's face it, at this point, it's not just about the matrix. There's a lot of material, and please ask this. I'm really advocating that all of our shoppers be informed enough to ask these questions now, because most of the turquoise that I see out there is called stabilized, or it's reconstituted, or it's basically like, think of it like a powder that's essentially glued together. That's how most turquoise throughout the world exists right now, is that kind of material. That is not what we are bringing here. That is genuine through and through turquoise. That is from the best mine in the world, turquoise. It is actually from our own backyard. It's from Arizona. There's a mine there. It was a mine. It's the Sleeping Beauty mine. It again kind of refers to the mountain ridge shape. It looks like a woman lying down like Sleeping Beauty. That's why it's called that. And it is the stuff of fairy tales. It really is, because this is the finest quality, and it has that perfect robin's egg blue. When you actually find the very, very best there is, it has that robin's egg blue color. It is true blues. It is bright. It is clean in the sense that no matrix, and yet these have never gone below $1,000. We're taking them lower right now. They're not $9.99. That is why they are a bottom of the hour special, and they're designed to get you turquoise if you don't have them, if you want to upgrade, if you want to get them as gifting, because now we're getting into that season where you might want to think about gifting them as well, because they will be well received by anyone and everybody. There's, of course, multiple ways you can wear them with that center post, where you can wear them upright, more squared off like you see them here on this wheel, or at an angle if you want to. And this is what they look like. Oh my gosh, they're so, I love them worn this way. I just think that little point up and down, straight up and down, like the northeast, south, and west, gives you such a spectacular vibe. They look a little more designer, and all it is just changing their angle. And they're not $9.99. I knew this would happen. I'm ready for a big special for our Monday. You're going to see them on. I think that they're the size that's going to work best for a primary piercing only. I think that's how they look best when you see them there. And again, you see how I angle them, so you can do them squared off if you want to, or you can just have that look. I mean, how impressive is that? And in the yellow gold, the white gold, the rose gold, you're going to get to choose your favorite gold color. And this is that center post we were talking about. So there's a butterfly backing. All you do is just put them on, and they are good to go. And for being an earring that is affordable as this is, we have 2 pairs gone already. Those are smart shoppers because they know the value, but you're not paying $9.99. That's why this is a special here tonight. You're not paying $8.88. You're not paying $7.77. This is what I'd like you to do. I think everybody should get one. I think at least one. Obviously, we're not limiting you as to how many you can get. If you do want to shop for gifting yourself and somebody else, or more than one color of gold, you can do that. But they're not even $699. We're busy already. It's about to be very busy on these phone lines. Taking a look at them close up, that is what they look like from afar. They're beautiful. They're bright. They're a collectible stone. If you think turquoise is just ordinary, not when you get into this quality, and they're not even going to be $699. This is the ultimate value. And yet, centered post, butterfly backing, of course, it's not going to be $699. Oh You're going to love these. And I really do think, I think most people are going to get more than one pair. I just cannot fault you for that. Not when holiday gift giving season is right around the corner as it is. Think about it. You could be done with your most glamorous gal on your list, whoever's the fine jewelry lover in your group. This is the earring that, trust me, they know what that is. But very few people own Sleeping Beauty turquoise because it's rarely out there to be found. And when you do find it, it's incredibly expensive, not $6.99 expensive, like add a zero. That would be a great value. If you find it anywhere else, you could add a zero and that'd be $7 grand and that'd be very affordable. We're not asking for $6.99. We're not asking for $5.99. This is your moment. This is a Sleeping Beauty paradise is what this is. And we're not doing $5.99 either. That's the cool thing. That's why you get more than one. These are $1,500 a pair ordinarily. And now they're not. They're just not. We're going lower. We're making sure everybody can get a pair, and everybody that's watching tonight that doesn't already have a turquoise earring, this is where you're shopping. This is how you get them. They're not even $5.99. Come on in, everybody. We're going to make these $499 a pair, and I probably only have enough of them to go around for 60 seconds. And see, we can bring affordable even in fine jewelry when gold is nearly $2,700 an ounce. We can still make gold affordable. And yet we're throwing in diamonds. And the most lavish, best quality of turquoise in the world, it's right there. It's happening right now. So that's $4.99. We've got our 60 seconds rolling. Down to 45 seconds. Hey, get a request in if you have them. We'd love to know what you're looking for on this Monday night. We can show you anything. Anything from the vault, anything from the collection. We can show you anything. Where was this emerald necklace in May when I made mine? This emerald necklace is so beautiful. And yet we have an emerald and diamond piece that you're going to see tonight that is so unbelievably, look at that clean. That's clean emerald right there. And it's got diamonds on the sides. Yes, that's the necklace. I should be wearing that. That is so amazing. Oh, thanks, Jamie. Hi, Jamie. Hi, Jamie. Appreciate that. So kind of you to say. Thank you so much. So nice to have y'all with us on a Monday night. I know, it was last week. We hardly had anybody with us. Now we're back. Let's talk about pink zircon too. Pink zircon. Wait a minute. This looks like a red diamond. That's a definite pinky red. Look at that. That's a great pink zircon. And we threw in some pink diamonds with it as well. And have you guys seen the trapeche emerald bracelet? Just so you know, it's marked down. We have this amazing trapeche. We actually have two bracelets in trapeche, which is a little hard to believe because nobody even has one trapeche emerald bracelet that I know of. We have two options. Look at that. That's my trapeche emerald bracelet. So we have an option here for you to get a really good emerald bracelet. Look at all those freeform stones. Aren't they great? You get 2, 4, 5 of them in those huge sizes. So just a heads up for my trapeche lovers and collectors out there, we do have that for you. So that's here, and it's under $10,000, amazingly so. And here we go. Great big mandarin. There's a mandarin. I want to get to this little diamond wheel. We have an assortment of 3 pieces. They're all designer, and we're going to show them right now. Now, you got to remember, big diamonds are not something we do a lot of, right? The big diamonds are costly, and they get really expensive really fast. So we're going to bring out, and forget what I said, because obviously we're going to change the game here. And I'm going to start actually with a very heavy yellow diamond. One thing about this wheel is everything is platinum, first of all. So that's important to know, is that every single piece, we felt like there was the need here to upgrade them because of the individual size of the diamonds. We had to upgrade them to a higher level than just gold. Did I just say that when gold is nearly $2,700 an ounce? And yet these pieces, these diamonds, needed more. They needed something higher end than $2,700 an ounce gold. Take a look. There's a white diamond marquise cut with baguettes. There's a yellow diamond pear-shaped with a halo. And here is another, this is a pear-shaped yellow as well. Look at that. That's going to be kind of like our Wonder Ring. Then we've got the the marquise diamond. And this is going to be the yellow diamond over here, which is also a pear-shaped, but set at an angle, also kind of a Wonder Ring style. And just for symmetry, I'll just go ahead and put this one in the middle. Why not? And then we'll have our yellow diamonds be right behind it and beside it here, flanking it, keeping it safe and secure. That is a great looking diamond wheel. But we have to remind you, they're platinum pieces. There are bigger diamonds here to start. Obviously, you go a little lighter yellow. This is more of your canary yellow. Here's an all white diamond piece. Really looks pretty. Love the bezel set on the center stone. Here's our brighter, more vivid yellow diamond as well. And you get a choice of, now they are all one onlys. So when they're gone, and keep calling on the turquoise earrings, they're $4.99. But here we are looking at something extraordinary, what is about to be an extraordinary value. This yellow diamond on the left side, I'm going to walk you through these. You know they're all platinum and they're very heavy. But we start here with our 40-point individual yellow surrounded by diamonds. Let me tell you, it's clearly 3 rings in one because of the way that band is done, wider with that rib texture. So that's going to have 63 points overall, but the really important light half-carat yellow. This one, the white diamond marquise, is a 35-point center, and then it has 90 points. 90 points of baguettes. So you're getting the most carat weight by far here. It's a carat and a quarter in diamonds. So even though that's a more narrow ring than the others, it's the biggest diamond weight at a carat and a quarter. All white diamonds, very elite. Then we go over to this yellow diamond here, the pear shape at an angle, 70-pointer, 10 points in diamonds beside it. Platinum settings throughout. They stay in platinum. We have nobody on the phone lines, and yet the reality is this. Yes, we make everything a great value. We love our diamond pieces. We love our metal prices. We love what we do on colored exotic stones. However, nothing really matches what we do in diamonds. And that is why diamond accents are one thing, but bigger diamond center stones are another. And that's the big difference here that you're getting, is that we don't do a lot of this, which is the bigger individual diamonds, the yellows, the white diamonds, etc. So come on in, because there are only going to be one of each. They're going to go, because this is why they're on a wheel. I would love to show these one by one by one by one, but it only allows us so much time. The beauty of wheels, when you see pieces together on a wheel, it means the price tag is coming down, lower. Far lower than it ever could individually, so this is how we do it. It's kind of a nicer way to save us some airtime here. And if you have a question about any one of those, well, again, we walked you through the carat weights. We're happy to do it again. Obviously, try them on as you ask for them. But here's what we're going to do for value, because you got to remember that they all start, well, I don't even know if you've seen them. I know I presented this one, but I haven't presented the other two. And they've all been over $5,000. They were $52.99, $53.99, and one was $55.99, and I'll tell you, that was that one right in the middle. So leaving you no question where they're at. This is amazing. Call me quickly, because this is the moment right now when you got to be on the phone lines. Nobody is right now, because you're seeing the $52.99 of the lowest price of the three. I am doing a trio blowout for you so that they don't have to cost you $5,300. But if that's our price, can you imagine what they're in retail? Can you even imagine it? And diamonds have this huge markup, but also they're really expensive now, and they're going up in value. So as you're wearing your piece, there's a bigger value as you own it, as you wear it. They don't depreciate because you wear them. Isn't that the craziest thing of all? Things usually depreciate as you own them or as you use them. Diamonds are doing the exact opposite. Gold is doing the opposite right now. This is your chance to pick up whatever you like and get a huge value now, and then it only gets to be a better value as the time goes on. And it's not 52, it's not 5,000, it's not 4,000, it's not 3,000. I have an hour and 20 minutes left with you tonight until I don't see you till Wednesday at 7. So we've got to move a lot of jewelry. And instead of $5 or $4 or $3 or $2,000, I want to move all three of these quickly. And then remember, you've got an upgrade. Are we getting sick of platinum? Are we over it? Are we kind of now seeing it so often that we don't understand how specialty it is? I hope not. I hope you're paying attention to what gold's doing, because most people don't have it anymore. That should give you the first hint. When most people can't carry gold anymore, there's a reason, and it's not because it's lacking popularity. It's more popular than ever before. It's because it's so costly. And yet we find a way to make the values happen, and now we have upgraded your metal, and we're not asking for $2,000 or $1,500. They're $14.99 for any one of them you want, and that is it. With those major diamonds in the center, whether you want a yellow, a white, or a yellow, whether you want the brighter yellows or the lighter yellows, or whether you want to go with an exotic cut like a marquise cut, where, reminder, that is a carat and a quarter of diamond weight in that one ring, where you get all bigger diamonds, even the baguettes on the side, they're all individually large. And that's important because they're so, so rare. You see that there's only, what, maybe 4 or 5 diamonds there on each side. That's it. So it looks like 4 big ones, then one that just kind of gets that fancy cut right in towards that bezel of that center stone. But anyway, they're $14.99 if you want them. Last call, we'll melt them down gladly. We could use the platinum back. And then if you like a lot of diamonds, now here's a diamond ring. that is a very large style. If you like the saddle ring in diamonds, that's a great look. It's like you have, I don't know, I look at as 10 rows because you really have 3 down the middle and then 4 on each side. So actually it'd be 11, right? Yes, she can add. But it really is. I mean, 8, 9, 10, 11. It's kind of like 11 rows. Can you imagine what it would cost to put 11 different diamond bands together? That would be pricey, wouldn't it? We've got that whole ring for a lot less than what you'd ever spend to make it. So we've got that on the way. Let's get to an auction because I feel like we need to just put something on the auction block, right? Don't have a plan for an auction. Don't have any intention to auction anything. We're going to try it anyways. And we do have, by the way, that emerald necklace is coming up. We'll make that affordable. Let's just bring out the big pink zircon because I know I flashed it and there's been a couple of you saying, what was that? Was that a red diamond I saw? Over the weekend I had bixbite and rhodochrosite and all these rare reds. But you realize this is the rarest of the zircon family in the red pink. And when it's pink, that's one thing. But when it gets more to these tones of red, burgundy, kind of a fuchsia, looks like a rubellite, but it's far more fiery. It's going to be our one pink zircon here. It's a big size too. 1125865 is coming up right now. And that is our pink zircon. And then it's pinky red really. When we say pink, it's obviously not the standard pink sapphire color. It's a different color entirely. It also happens to be a first halo of pink diamonds, an outer halo of white diamonds. It's going to be a 2-carat stone with a, well, I think they got it backwards here. They're saying, guys, we'll need to switch that in the system. It's 50 points in the white and 14 points in the pink. So 64 points in total here. In your double halo. And here's what we're going to do. I'm taking all those diamond rings. Those are primed to resell tomorrow. And I'll be there at 7. So we're ready. Primed for resale are those platinum and diamond rings. Okay, here's what we're going to do. I'm going to go 0 to start with $100 increments. Only one issue here. It's a $3,000 ring. It's $29.99 on our bag today, tonight. The whole Monday night markdown thing going on. But just to make sure that we get something out the door here in our last hour and 15 minutes together before we sign off for our Monday night. Our Monday night's over and then you're all going, we have to pout and we all have to somehow get through Tuesdays, right? With our TVON withdrawals. So here's where I want to make sure that we can shop and affordably so. And this way you don't even have to listen to me and my price. You can forget about TVON's price. You can forget about my low price and we can just let you have it for whatever you want to pay because we're starting at nothing, 0. And we're going to go up in $100 increments. I don't have a reserve on this piece, so it's whatever it ends up going for, it goes for. And right now that's 0, except 0, of course, because I can't technically, we can't do that. But because we need to technically put in the system to know where to send it to and whose name to put on the package and where it's going and all that. But this is a good test for, are y'all watching something else? Are you here with me or what have you? Because we're taking a $3,000 ring and auctioning it off and it's going at 0. So right now, I would say that's fair to say you got a good shot. Now, I don't know about you guys, but I've heard somebody go, there are pink diamonds here at TVON. Why is that? Well, it's kind of like our little kind of flaunting here. We make unusual pieces. We know you can go buy jewelry 1,000,001 places. You can go to your stores, you can go to retailers, you can shop online, you can watch TV shows up and down the dial that sell jewelry, right? We upgraded, we have 100 and we have 200. $300 over there. We know that, so we get the idea that you not only bring you fine quality and natural from the earth exotic stones and solid gold and metal, but we also want to bring you things you cannot find anywhere else. We have 400 now. So that's the idea of like really taking a stone and amping it up in rarity by adding pink diamonds to it. So that is not typical. And we've got a $500 bid now has been just given here. So we've got a $500 bid. I'm going to show it on the hand here. Double halo, beautiful basket, sits it up off the hand. Sometimes I just got to make sure you're with us, right? And this is that moment. And so far we have $500 with one bidder left. Well, we just got 6. We have 2 bidders now. A new bidder has just come in. We're at $600. And this is where you think about zircon. So that's a zirconia, right? It's that man-made stone that looks like a diamond. So now they're selling zirconias. It's not a zirconia. 2 little letters make a big difference. That's zircon. It's actually the world's oldest gem. It's the gem that dates the earth. It's 4.4 billion years old. It's just that what's interesting is a lot of you have said, but wait a minute, you tell me this pink is new as of 2020. Exactly. The zircon family has been mined since all those years ago. It's what really dates the earth. It's considered the oldest gemstone from the earth. However, this source of the pinks was only discovered in 2020. We all are actually probably can remember that year. And to think that a gem is as new and in its infancy stages, and by the way, we only have $600, that does not buy you a band of gold. Now around here, obviously you're getting a choice here to get a great value that we could not. If I could price this as $600, rest assured I would, and I'd be the coolest host on the planet, because you'd be like, look at that girl up there selling jewelry so cheap. This is a $3,000 TVON ring, and some nights you're just not gonna have a lot of participation. This is that night. It's a Monday night, so you know what happens. This is where, again, you've got a moment to steal it, and steal it legally, and we're still gonna do all the sizing, and I wouldn't change the gold color because it's rose and white, so it really complements. And I think if we get a little bit kind of, you know, at this point bored with seeing pink diamonds, I hope we're not, because pink diamonds are really, truly rare. And just the addition of the 14 points in pink diamonds there gives you, and I'm gonna tell you a little secret here, because it's, you know, our manufactured piece, so I have this insight to give you, and maybe it'll help you understand how this is made. But just to get that 14-point diamond halo in the pinks that are natural, that adds another $800 into the mix. It's more money to add those 14 points of pink than the 50 points in the white diamonds, because that's the rarity level they have. By the way, we just got $700, so she just motioned at me. We have 7, we have 2 bidders now. Hopefully we're just getting started, because we got a long way to go, and I love losing money, but let me tell you, at some point, they're gonna get rid of my you-know-what, because I can't lose this kind of money. So again, it's really crazy what's happening. We have 7, do we have 8? 800 to Jason's caller. We got $800. We're looking for 9. This is your chance to pick it up. We're at $800. I think I'm gonna have to give it a final call, because it looks like we may only have 1 bidder left. And this is go time, because there's, again, our cost is exactly that on just the pink diamonds alone, and that's our cost. That's our cost. We have 9. So again, when our pink diamond cost, which there's a lot more to it, you have the white diamonds at ½ carat, you have the pink zircon, which is already mined out, was only discovered 4 years ago. You have the gold behind it. We're at $900. What is it about that number? Everybody's bowed out, except for one lone bidder. We're in last call. It's right now, if I told you you could save $2,000 on a pink zircon ring, I think everybody would say, sight unseen, give me that ring, I'll take it. I'll take it because you want a value. Here it is happening live. This is the difference. I know it's an auction. We have no reserve. Here's your last call. $900. Let's give it a final 2 minutes, and then we'll say it out the door. Final call. It's got to go when it will. Is it going to be to our $900 bidder? Do we have anybody else who wants to come into play? It's now or never time on this one. At least we got the phone lines to ring a couple of times. That felt good. That felt real good. So again, anything we can do for you. We have an hour left in the show, hour left in the broadcast. You tell me. Let's make it an all request hour. Let's make it all what you want to see. Anything and everything. You tell me what you want to see tonight, and we'll help you own it. I promise you. I'll give you a price. You can make up your own prices. You can do whatever you want. Just tell me what to do. Tell me what to do. Tell me what we can do for you tonight to make this your most magical evening, that fabulous time to save a lot of money on your favorites. How can we make it the night you shop for something you love? That's what we're going to figure out. So let me know. $900 is our last call. We still have a minute and change remaining. We'll do that. Top of the hour is going to be the emerald necklace. I don't know what I'm going to do, because I just put together a necklace that's almost identical to this about, let's see, June, July, August, about 3 months ago. I made myself a necklace, and you know, I do it right because I got all the connections in the world in jewelry. But I'll tell you something. This necklace, I wish it would have been here. It would have saved me a lot of time, trouble, and money. And yet you're going to get a chance at this glorious emerald. Look at that emerald. That's coming up at the top of the hour. That's about 10 minutes away. Please don't leave me, because you're going to want to see that emerald. Because I don't know what I'm going to do, but something magical is going to happen on that emerald piece. And it's a full-on necklace. It's everything. It's the gold. It's the chain. It's the whole piece. It's a one and done. It's a magical gift. $23 seconds. Should I bring out the big Mahangi and price that too cheap? I have one of our largest Mahangis here at a 152 size. Look at that. That's a Mahangi. So we'll give that. That's previously been $24,000. We're going to give that away tonight. So if you've been wanting a big Mahangi, stay with me. Final call. Do we have $1,000? Yes, no? Got it? Sold. Congratulations. So there's a chameleon diamond here as well. And I've been mentioning it a few times. I think sometimes if we just said it's a green diamond, you'd probably like it more. But it's a green diamond. But it's also a chameleon diamond. So what's the difference? Well, this is not just a green diamond. Imagine I said, I will sell you a green diamond and you get an orange diamond for free. but it's in the same stone. So it's a phenomenal color-changing diamond with a cert from GIA, my alma mater, one of my alma maters. This is really where, again, I mean, I didn't pay all the money to go to GIA that I paid to go to the other one, but you know, that's the one I'm using more, is my GIA certifications and degrees. But this is where you're getting a full GIA cert. Every single one of our chameleon diamonds will have that. And we've got a flower ring here, 25-point stone, blues and greens together. It's a little bit of a, it's like a blue-green diamond. Think Paraiba and diamond got together. And then it changes. If my temperature in this studio, if it was not 83 degrees, but if it was like 150 degrees, which would be obviously something you would have to go like, think this is the way to do it. This is the way GIA does it. GIA certifies them. After they sit them, they take them out. There's like this great armored vehicle they have to cart around some of their stones sometimes. And they actually, on a really hot day in San Diego, which San Diego rarely gets that warm, but Carlsbad is a little east, so it gets warmer than San Diego. San Diego never really goes much above 80 degrees. But it's a beautiful paradise of a city. Go there if you can. It's wonderful. But I'll be spending a lot of time there in the next few weeks, I have a feeling. But here's the thing. This is where you've got that specialty stone that if you are putting this, let's say in a, you know how hot cars on a summer day can get really, really hot, dangerous temperatures, in fact, for us, for human beings, for animals. That's where this stone, when it heats up to that level, you would pick that stone up out of that hot car. That's what they do. They put it in their armored truck, they put it in the console, they leave it in the box, they let it sit for an hour, and then when you bring that stone out, what was in room temperature, a green color in this case, goes to an orangey yellow. So it's really intriguing. It's very, very rare, and it's a 25-point stone, 112, 40, 132, and yet each and every one of them is graded for clarity. It's got the color we love. It's going to look like this. I know this is counting as one of our museum meltdown pieces. Here's your grading report. It's a 3.9 millimeter round. That makes it rare. Most of the chameleons are not rounds. You have a fancy gray, yellow, green. It's 25 points. That's exactly a quarter of a carat. And then you have an SI1, which don't worry, you're not going to see any of those inclusions, but this is what it would look like under magnification front and back. Then you've got a description in the comment section down below on that left side of what a chameleon does, how it does change color, and that's really cool. Of course, it's an inscribed stone as well, so that cert number is actually engraved on the inside of the diamond, so they are always matched up. And this is going to be our 82-point diamond floral ring to go with it. So a lot of diamonds in addition to that 82 points in the white diamonds and that quarter carat center, and we are going to make the whole piece one of our most outstanding values we've seen, and trust me, it's something to own a chameleon diamond. You've kind of made it. It's the holy grail of collectibles. It's really the most valuable type of diamond you can own. And there are a lot of valuable diamonds out there, especially the colors of diamond, which this is twofold. So here's what it looks like on. I like just the whimsy of this style so that it means you can wear it in a more non-traditional way. Maybe it's a pinky ring. You wear your diamond. I don't care how rare it is. It's still durable. It's a 10 on the Mohs scale, so you wear it every day. Don't put it on a shelf and just keep it as your like prized possession. It should be, but you can wear it at the same time. Whether you're going to size it up to a middle index finger or middle finger, whether you're going to wear it as a pinky ring, you can do that. But it's got this great asymmetry, this wraparound floral, and it's going to be better than $79.99, which was our sale price. Customer appreciation event, does anybody remember that back in July and August of this year? We were giving 10% off of $79.99. Now, it hadn't made it to the air, so yes, it's the first time you're seeing it now. It didn't make it. There was no time. That means that that would have been $800 off, and you're thinking, well, darn it, why didn't I buy it then? Because Lolo didn't show it. Here's what we're going to do instead of just saving you another $800. That'd be $7,200 still. We're going to make this a lot better and a lot more affordable, and trust me, when it comes to chameleons, this is as affordable as they get. So this is the time to jump in. This is the time to dial. This is the time to get it, because it's not going to be $79 or close to that. And this is truly one of the rare collectible stones you can own, and yet I love the color of it. So many of them start as a yellow and they go to an orange. There's a very subtle difference there. I personally really, really value the ones that are more green to start. You gotta love the fact this is a round brilliant. Guys, we don't judge it on the clarity like we do white diamonds. If it was a quarter carat diamond you were gonna wear as an engagement ring and it's a quarter carat stone, you want it better than SI. But when it's a chameleon, it does not matter, because the rarity is not in the clarity grading. It's in the fact that it exists at all. It's in the fact it's there. It's in the fact that it's a green diamond that goes to an orangey yellow diamond. That's the difference maker. It's the fact it's a quarter carat stone when most of these are literal specks that cannot be faceted into a gem for jewelry. Now you're getting it for less than even $5,000. So see, I told you I'd beat that $7,200 of customer appreciation of old. This gets better. This gets more affordable. You don't pay 5, you don't pay 4, you don't pay 3. Someone will snap this up in a hurry because this is my biggest value on a collectible of the show, and it's $2,999. That's it for a chameleon diamond. And while everybody else can get $20,000 and $30,000 and $40,000 a carat, good for them. But we can't, and we don't. And we know you have a higher standard in value, so here is your chance right now to get something so incredible at $2,000. Guys, I can't leave it here. I cannot leave it here. That is the most insane value. I have had chameleons for $30,000. They've sold. I've had chameleons for $20,000. They've sold. This is the one to get because it's still a great size. It's the rarest cut of all, being the round, and it's got the blue greens that go to a yellow orange. It is unbelievable to see that price tag. And you got to grab it because it's got the 82 points. You're getting well over a carat in total weight in the ring. You can even change the gold if you want to. So it can be yellow gold. It can be rose gold. Do not let the white gold deter you in the slightest. This is the one to get. Take a look at it one more time. That's it. Final call. And then we got to go. Do we have a request finally? I've been waiting for one tonight. And then we'll show you the big discount on the Mahangi that we have as well. Kathy has a request, and it's a gorgeous aquamarine. Let's show that right now to Kathy. It's 112-3829. Take a look at this. What a winner of a Sierra Santa Maria, and it's practically a round. It's a roval. Look at that color, 9 carat 68. As we get to our top of the hour very soon, we got 2 minutes left, and what a last hour it's going to be tonight. Lots and great pieces still to get to, and of course your requests are welcome. But check out the 968, and if you've never liked aqua, this ring will change your mind, because isn't it the truth? Most aquas have like no color at all. This is the beautiful, brightest saturation level of color you can get, of course, completely mined out. So we said goodbye to the Sierra Santa Maria mine a long time ago. I'll never forget the day it was announced. I was a young host at the time, and I remember just being introduced. I was never an aquamarine person. I didn't really get it until I saw Sierra Santa Maria's. And so when it was shortly after I got into the business that the mine was completely done. And it was sad. It was kind of monumental. It was a little earth shaking because it was what most people didn't know existed. So, you know, for a lot of people, they're like, what's an aqua from an aqua from an aqua? It all looks the same. But if you know this Brazilian level, if you know this material, you know how incredibly important it is as we take another look at it close up and bring it to you with those big individual diamonds that you have, the fancy cut 30 pointers. That means 15 points on each side, but look at them. They're really cool cuts here. You've got that grade. It's kind of like a semi-half moon here, but it's got a little more edge to it. So it almost looks like a heart shape without the cleft. Very cool cut here. Think of it like a half moon, but still with some extra faceting on the outside. So it's truly a fancy cut. It's glowing blues onto our wheel and bright blues at that. And it's a huge size, and we're going to make it a lot better than $14,999 right now. This is by request, and what a request it is. And I'm not sure if it was this specific piece or she just said, bring me the best you got, because this is the best we've got. It's right here on display, and it's going out the door right now. And there's even a little heart shape in the basket. You'll see that. And if you think, oh yeah, but up close and personal looks good, what's it gonna look like from across the room? Check that out. Deep, saturated, solid blues, the best we've got. And it's not even $10,000 today. Never, ever ignore the fact that we just took $5,000 off like it's no big deal. But I know tonight, at 9 o'clock Pacific, it might take more than a $99.99 price tag to get this one a home. And that's what Mondays are about. Busy weekend, fall's here, Monday nights are busy, we know that. So here's what we do to say, thanks for being with us. Thanks for making requests. Thanks for telling us what you want to see and what you love and what you've been scouting for your very own collection. This is the way to get it, but it's not going to be $9,000 or $8,000 or $7,000 or $6,000. That's a 10-carat stone. So we're looking at well under $1,000 a carat. For big Sierra Santa Marias, that just does not happen. These are on par with Paraiba pricing. And it's not going to be $6,000, $5,000, or even, you know what? Let's just make it easy. Let's make it $49.99 first caller. $49.99. Then I want to bring out the Mahangi. And yes, we're going to bring out the emerald necklace right after the Mahangi, because why not? We've got one of our largest Mahangi spinels here that we're about to blow out truly. This one's $49.99. That's normally a price we see for a 3 or 4 carat. So to see one that is getting up to triple that size, That's impressive. And that's as good as it gets right there. Okay, we'll do the emerald. I told you we had a top of the hour. And I know there's a lot of emerald haters out there because it's a tough stone to love because it always leaves something left to be desired. Then there's this exquisite example of still best of the best origin, best of the best color, best of the best clarity, and that's where it really struggles. That's where it gets tough. Getting clarity like that, and I want to move it both, not just swaying side to side, but top to bottom to see the kind of brightness you get, the glow you get, everything that is happening in a full necklace. And I feel like at this point, I wish more people sold gold still. I know everyone's away from gold now, and I think that's too bad because if you saw what other people have to do, have you noticed your places that maybe 30 years ago you shop for gold every week because they had gold nonstop? And that was when gold was a couple $100s an ounce. Almost everybody's gotten away from gold for that primary reason, is that it's too expensive to give your consumer any type of value these days. Well, welcome to the show. It's our last hour of a Monday. My name is Lauren Blair. This is TVON. And this is a stone that I know a lot of us do not own and refuse to own. Because whether you're a perfectionist when it comes to gems, whether you really whether we've spoiled you rotten with gemstone quality over the years and you've gotten away from all your other jewelry you used to buy, maybe you already passed that down and said, you enjoy that because I got a new place to shop and I'm going to upgrade. Whether it is, no matter what, emerald is one of those tougher stones to get a hold of because it's never perfect. And I love it for that reason. It's my birthstone, and I wasn't a big fan of it growing up before I was in the biz. And then once I got into the business and started to know different types of emerald and different varieties and different sources, it was the realization of, okay, we have to accept it for what it is. It's kind of like us as human beings, right? Nobody's perfect. Everyone's got their flaws. This is really what's interesting about this stone, is that we're going to achieve what is absolute visual perfection in this emerald. It's precisely why I only have a couple available for you. Hey, it's the top of the hour, so I wanted to have more than one, but we don't have enough to go around for everybody. And I know it's only September, but we are a week away from the end of September. And so maybe this is when you are starting to think about, maybe I'll start to shop. If I see the right value come along, I might want to think about gifting. I might want to think about something for myself as holidays are coming and we're going to be seeing more people and we want to have great looking jewelry. This is what is your everyday piece. It's not special occasion only. It's every single day. For those of you that worry about emeralds because you worry about them being a little bit softer, well, a necklace isn't going to be anything to worry about. And this is where you are not giving up one bit of quality, because look at the clarity of this emerald. Check it out. It's clean as can be. It is 112382. That was our last one. This is 1125867. The aqua is still here, by the way, right? Aqua's still here. All right, so aqua, you can grab it. And Kathy, let us know if you want us to bring out another. But this is the entire upright view of the necklace. Obviously, we're going to show you from a distance away. There's a couple of extra diamonds you're not even seeing yet that are embedded into the chain. And no matter what, and please remember before I give you this carat weight, that emeralds are always going to be a smaller carat weight than what it looks like it is, because they're less dense stones. So a lot of times we see a 1 carat emerald and it looks like a 2.5. Sometimes you see our 2.5 carat emeralds, which are $10,000, and they look like 5 carat stones. Well, this is where you're getting a 44 pointer. I myself made myself an emerald necklace this year as a symbolic piece to wear every day. And I do, and I love it. And it's very similar in that it's a station style like this, where it's an oval east to west set with diamonds around it. So this is feeling very familiar, because all of 3.5 months ago, I made one for myself because we didn't have anything like it. And now this is here. And my stone, if you're thinking, well, you probably got like a 10, 20 carat emerald. No, I got a 55 pointer. It was symbolic because my birthday is 5/5. So I wanted a 55 point stone. But what was more important than the symbolic nature of the carat weight, and this ironically is a 4/4. So this one's, again, also within that same size. It looks identical because this is a stone that A, looks bigger than it weighs, so it's still gonna look like a carat easily, but then it's that size that you wear every day. Even myself, I love to dress up. I dress up every day. I've been that way my whole life. I just like to, I like to wear fashion. I just like it. It's just my thing. I'm someone who's very rarely casual, and I got to tell you, but still with jewelry, I never want it to be too much. I feel like jewelry sometimes can easily get a little too much. And listen, I'm always too much, so that's kind of the thing. I still want my jewelry to be wearable every single day. That way you can still wear your earrings and layer up your necklaces. And I feel like I don't want any one piece being too extravagant. And yet this is why I opted for that size. So it's perfect for that. It's a great giftable. I know what you're thinking. You're going, am I really going to gift a $10,000 piece of jewelry? Well, that's the key here, is that being our top of the hour, it's not going to be $10,000. You're getting an entire necklace of 14 karat white, yellow, or rose gold. It is an emerald at 44 points, and then it has 11 points in diamonds around it. That's not it. There's something extra happening here, which I'm going to show you from a distance on the hand, because this is an entire, look at that. You see the clarity of that stone? Yeah, and that's on full display here as it moves. But look at how 1 inch away from the center, there's a diamond in either direction. That's a bezel set diamond. How about that clasp? Can we throw in an upgrade on a $400 clasp instead of a $200 clasp? We did it. There's your lobster claw. How about we don't let you choose or make you choose a length? We'll give you the 3 classic lengths in one, 16, 17, and 18 inches all together. We'll show it to you from a distance away. It is a sparkle, diamond cut, Rolo link chain. It's in white, yellow, or rose gold. This is how it looks from a distance away, and it's got a lot of green to compete with tonight. But look at that. Brighter and more beautiful and just clean as can be, and that's thanks to the quality of the stone. It's why we don't have many to go around. And I know you're seeing $10,000 up there and you think I'm nuts, because that's where you guys know TVON's different. We're just different. But rest assured, if you're buying that quality somewhere else, you could easily spend $10,000, and we're not asking that tonight. So here's what we're going to do. I don't have anybody on the phone lines, because this is where you're going top of the hour. Let's see what she does. I can feel a little desperation creeping in. Maybe she'll go to $5,000. Maybe it'll get down to $29.99. Maybe she'll get real loopy and she'll go down to $2,000 or $19.99, or maybe even something crazy like $999 and just sell them out. Well, on a normal day, that pretty much light up the lines and we'd have 50 people missing out. Tonight, not so much. So I'm going to give it my best shot, and I'm going to help you pay for your jewelry, because that's the freedom I've got to do tonight. And instead of a $999, which I'm going to tell you right now what I paid, and this is embarrassing. And you know what? I shouldn't say this, because you're going, weren't you in the business like your whole adult life, and you've been doing this all these years, and you got all these connections? And the answers are yeah, yeah, and yeah. And yet I'm going to tell you, I made an almost identical necklace for myself 3.5 months ago. I'm going to set it up one more time just so you can see it up close. I'm going to put it back on the stand so you can really see that quality. And if you ever see me out and about, you're going to see me wearing that necklace. I don't wear necklaces on the air because I got to try on all this jewelry for you. So I don't wear my own stuff, especially when it's something we don't have, because then you're going to ask me, hey, what about that piece she's wearing? And I'm saying, oh, I don't have it. This is the identical piece pretty much to what I just made. And I'm going to tell you something that's shameful. I spent about 5 times this price to make my own 3 months ago. And gold's gone up since then. And $9.99 hasn't done a lot to get you on the phone lines. And I get it. We're used to seeing some pretty extreme values tonight. So here's what I'm going to do for our top of the hour. This is now a lost leader. I take it anywhere below where I'm already at, we're losing money, money, money. And this is the time to get it. For a May birthstone, if that don't matter to you, it's the brightest, cleanest green you can get. This is one of the top big 3. We know about rubies, sapphires, and emeralds. They're the big colored stones we know of with diamonds as the favorites, the mainstays, the must-have. We have nobody on the phone lines at $9.99, or do we just have one? So that's not exactly the response I'm looking for. And I still have to move jewelry because I have 50 minutes, 50 minutes. 50 minutes to move mountains, make miracles happen, and I think that this emerald piece has a chance. But it's clearly going to take something more dramatic than a $9.99 price on an entire necklace, where gold today, as of 11 a.m. this morning Pacific time, it was $2,600 and was it 59? $2,649 or $59 an ounce. An ounce. Gold is expensive. So for those of you that have given up entirely, or you watch the show just for fun because you know you can't afford gold anymore, watch this, because this is one of the most gold intense pieces I have, and you're not satisfied with a $9.99 price tag, but I also have got to move it. So I can't leave it here. And so you're going to still choose your white, your yellow, or your rose gold. You're going to get it's not just gold, it's a beautiful emerald that's going to face up like a 1 carat. You saw that from all the way across the room. You saw how beautiful that stone faces up. And do we want to put this on the auction block? I don't know. No, I can't do that. I've got 3 of them. I can't do that. Here's what I'm going to do. Let's keep on bringing it down. And I bet you it'll be sold out before I even get down to the final low price, because our phone lines are about to get lit. And this is not what you expect to see for a necklace, where don't forget about those extra diamonds that are about 1 inch away on either side. You have bezel set diamonds, and you've got the freedom to layer it, stack it easily because of the 3 adjustable lengths we added into it. You don't have to just wear it at 18. I thought of everybody. Or I thought of how we're going to wear our different clothing going forward when it gets all cold and everybody's wearing those big heavy necklines and those cow neck sweaters and scarves, and you need to move that necklace up a little higher on the neckline. We got you covered. 16 inches, 17 inches, 18 inches. You don't make a choice. It is the premium closure. That's an extra $200 for that clasp. It's those things that if I told you it was a spring ring, you'd go, nope, never mind. Because we've gotten so used to spoiling you. We do all the best all the time. It's no exception to that rule. And as everything has expanded, and isn't that the truth? We talk about everybody having to give you less while you're paying more. We do the exact opposite. We know that our standard is high. We know it's why you're watching TVON. We know nobody else is doing it. And by goodness, we want to be that difference maker. And we want to show you you still can own fine jewelry. And even though everything else is going up, and don't think that we have any special way to get gold for less, or don't think we can get VS diamonds for less. Those are strict. Those are commodities. They are priced worldwide the same. So this is us literally sacrificing for you so that you can still shop the great jewelry you love and not have to dumb it down. Aren't you sick of having to compromise? Aren't you sick of having to just settle for less? We don't want you to have to do that. And my goodness, for however long we can, I don't know how long we can lose money like this, but for however long we can, because we do. And if you think that in December you're going to find a better value on a piece of jewelry out there for a gift for someone special, think again. Because here we are on this day in September showing you jewelry for far too cheap. And it's not even $9.99. We have them almost sold out. They're almost gone. So it took a minute, but they're almost sold out. But I'm not asking for $9.99 or $8.88 or $7.77, because this is how we roll. And I would love for you to say, you know what, thank you. Thank you, TVON. Thank you. Thank you for giving us value like this. Thank you for still making fine jewelry and gold jewelry and diamonds that are VS affordable. Thank you for doing that, because I know some of you are out there and you appreciate it. You know, some of you say, I love that I don't have to spend tens of thousands of dollars on a quality that should cost that. And this is the beauty of it. It's not $7.77 either. We're going to take it even lower because I'm still waiting for your calls. We've still got one left. We've still got a moment here to make some magic happen. And we've got requests, I hope, coming in for our last few minutes of this show. 45 minutes, you tell me what you want to see. After the emerald necklace, I'm done. I'm taking requests, and we're not going to show you anything but your requests, because that's what we need to hear from you. But this is the moment where you set aside everything else. First timers, people who have never shopped off TV, people who, you know who you are. Maybe you're going, I only shop at Tiffany. I only shop at Van Cleef. Well, you know how many times I've heard that? And then people shop here for that first time, and they go, I never need to overspend again. And there's nothing wrong with designer jewelry. I own it. I wear it. I love it. But I can't afford every piece of designer jewelry I want. I cannot afford to spend 300 times what jewelry costs to make, and I'd rather get it for what it costs to make. That's what we give you here, except now it's lower, and we're very busy on the phone lines. So it's not $7.77, even though that's going to sell it out. We're going to go even lower. I'll save you even more. That's what I'm in the business of doing, is making sure that for however many days or weeks or months, if I'm blessed enough to get to do this with you guys for a few more days, this is the moment where I want to make sure that you have value you've never seen any other time, and we're going to get you holiday gifting early. Don't forget there are extra diamonds. I just want to really, hone in on the quality of that stone, but there are extra bezel set diamonds left and right. It has that diamonds by the yard feel and theme, and yet it's not $700 either. You can get as many as you want until they sell out. They're $699, and I implore you to get one, because I know you're going to love it, because I know on TV it's hard. It's hard to show jewelry. It's hard to give you quality looks when we are looking at a television screen. It's hard to feel it, and it's hard to look at it and imagine what it's going to feel like on and what it's going to look like and the compliments you're going to get. But this is quality through and through, and again, those diamonds are kind of wedged in that little notch there, but this is where you get 2 extra bezel set diamonds. That is the entire halo and diamonds around it, and an emerald that looks and faces up like a 1 carat when It is a 44-pointer minimum, but what we're giving you is quality through and through. This is why I have so few. Every emerald I have in this necklace is made like that. It is that quality natural emerald out of Colombia, the Muso mine no less. And it is clean, it is bright, it is glowing, and I bought a 55-point stone 3.5 months ago. I bought the stone first, then I had the necklace design and did it all myself. And I'm going to tell you it's set in the same way. And guess what? The 55-point emerald that I had, and I just went with a 55-pointer because it was just symbolic, but it looks the same as this. It's also an oval. It's also east-west set. Those of you that ever see me out and about, you will see me wearing it. And it's the same necklace, except mine does not have diamonds in the chain. Yours does. Mine does not. And it cost 5 times, actually more than 5 times to make it. So this is a value. Jason, did you get one? And how many did you get? And did you get white, yellow, or rose? Because you know we offer the choices, although that's my favorite choice too, yellow gold. That's how I made mine. What about you, Allison? What color? And did you get yellow? Both of them. All right, yellow gold going out. What about you, Andy? Are you getting yellow gold? It is a yellow gold clean sweep so far. What about you, Jess? Are we going to go yellow? Going yellow. Again, so this is the moment, $6.99. Thank you for being with us tonight to see what that's all about. Let's proceed. We've got about 43 minutes of jewelry time here together. We're going to show you the big Mahangi, and let me know if you have any requests that we can get to, because we would love those, but I haven't received any. So I'm waiting for those. Give us a call. We'll move on from the necklace, and then here we go. This is the big Mahangi I previewed earlier. It's the second largest we have overall. The next one up is $25,000, just FYI. This one is not. It's 1123,135. This is your moment to get the big Mahangi. I know how many of you have loved them, but have said, whoa, those are way too much money, and I agree. So we're going to bring one down as a museum meltdown piece, yes. Did she? How's she doing? And she got my emails earlier about a trillion tanzanite and black diamond earrings. Yes, she is a girl after my own heart. We found out tonight, Jess, that we also share a love and a passion for trillion tanzanites, because it's like everything I love, she loves, and vice versa. And we were both digging that trillion cut from yesterday too. I get it. So we'll put that ruby aside for her. Thank you. So again, a lot of people are shopping pieces from earlier tonight as well. So feel free to do that, because you know how when the end of the show rolls up on us, a lot of pieces start to go from earlier tonight. But this is a great piece, and it's our 152 Mahangi spinel. Neon is all get out. It's that red pink, hot, hot, hot. Truly neon, to where if I block the light, see how there's full light, and then I go in for the eclipse here. And then when I darken as much light as I can, you see that stone just glows even brighter. It gets even more saturated, and it's also going to be a 152 with 92 points in the double halo. One more thing to add about this one, it's got 4 extra diamonds at what I call the compass points. So there's a little gap between the stone and the double halo, but we still added a diamond at the northeast, south, and west. So just a little extra. You might notice that, you might not. So I'll just move it around, point those out for you, because I know sometimes they're harder to see. But that's going to be a little extra. Then we've got the white gold, yellow gold, or rose gold option here. I love the white gold with the Mahangi. It is the ultimate neon stone. For those of you that are going, I don't know what spinel is. Isn't that what I got in the class ring many years ago? And they called them spinels, and they were just synthetic stones, and you're thinking that is. It's not. There are synthetic spinels out there. This is not one of them. This is that we don't sell synthetic stones. We don't sell simulated stones. So it's pretty simple around here. We only sell one type of thing, and that is quality and natural, and that's it. But this is where, yes, there's synthetic spinels that are used worldwide. This is the real deal. That's what the synthetic stones are mimicking this, because it's a really, really rare gem. And you've got think of it like a sapphire. They're closely related. Chemically, they're one element off. So spinels are a different family than sapphire, but they're similar and share a lot of characteristics, yet still, this would be almost like a pink sapphire with the red of the ruby coming together. And that is why it was since 2007, again, another gem that's been around in our lifetime, as opposed to most gems that have been around hundreds and hundreds or thousands of years before we were. This is a gem that was actually discovered and mined while we've been alive. So think about a really young gem. 2007, when it was discovered, one little source in Tanzania, one boulder, truly like it was one boulder of material. It produced very small crystal sizes. That's why the 152 is so stunning. I know what you're thinking. You're going, but a carat 52 isn't that big. It's not when it's other stones, like an amethyst or like a tanzanite, not a big deal. But when it's spinel, a whole different deal. And that's what you have here. So again, that's one of our largest we've ever had. Most are 30 points and 20 points and the like. This is our 152. I'm marking it down. It's another one of those museum meltdown pieces that we're trying to make affordable and not $99.99 any longer. And it's also the last time we get to see it. meaning that yes, even if it were to not get a home tonight, it does not get to come back out on the air. That's how low this price tag goes. And instead of $49.99, already incredible, and look how clean and bright, all natural, by the way, no treating, no heating, no nothing. This gets nothing. And is there like a glow that's going beyond the stone? Because every time I see the stone, I feel like the glow goes beyond the perimeter of the stone. I feel like it just keeps on going. It's magical. It's not $49, it's not $39.99. Well, this is our best value on a big spinel we've ever had. And it's one for the ages. And it's only $2,999 first caller. That's a collector's piece there as well. With that size and that color, that is an all-out collector's piece. Reminder, the opal and Paraiba brooch is still here for under $2,000. The big aqua is still here. We have a gorgeous imperial topaz, and we have a big Congolese blue-green as well. So lots and lots still here. And give us requests if you have them, because we got about 35 minutes, and we'd love to dedicate it just to whatever you want to see. There's a very impressive tanzanite. How about a 1220? Asher cut, big diamonds. I like the sound of that. We'll show it to you. We've got a ruby, we've got a mandarin, and you know, there's a 657 that's a cushion cut square. The round is gone. We had a 6.5 carat round. Earlier in the show, it's gone, I believe. This is what we have here. Look at that. That's a same kind of a look. It's got a lot of brilliance to it, but check it out. It's still got the reds coming through. How impressive is that? So this has got its own razzle dazzle happening here. No question about it. It's gonna be, oh, I love this one. This one is item number 1125089. I always thought, and I showed it to everybody at the time of the round, just to show you how similar they were as far as size and color, and still a brilliance about it that we really like to see. However, it's gonna come way, way, way low. And it's got to, because it's kind of what we're doing tonight. And if it doesn't, it'll look like, again, not the value we're used to seeing. So that is very, very exciting what's about to happen. And here we go right now. This is a big one. This is a really important one. And it's going to be, yep, it's going to be that 657. It's got the bridge setting, so you're seeing 3 rows in diamonds run all the way underneath it from side to side. And how about that look at it, where you can see into the profile. You get to look at more than just the top of your stone, which why not? You're paying for 657. Why not see the total gem? Right? Let's see it from all the angles. Let's see the depth of it. Let's get you a really good look at it. And yeah, it's not going to be, I'm going to really struggle at $99.99. I don't think I could sell that in total here of all of our rings for the hour. So let's make this really exciting, because $99.99 is not what we're looking for tonight. We're looking for markdowns, mega markdowns, must-goes, opportunities you have not seen before. And this is it. 657, 86 points in diamonds. Let's make it yours. And there's something about the bridge, these artistic, architectural designs that sit up a little higher, that do something amazing, that have that great depth. Look at it on the hand from a distance. Watch how it pops. And maybe you don't have a square cushion. They're round too. They're round too. They're rare, like the rounds are too, because the rounds are very wasteful, but so are the square cushions. It's a lot more economical with the rough to cut a regular cushion that's rectangular. When you're cutting a square cushion, that is also considered an exotic and a fancy cut. And it's not going to be even $49.99. By goodness, that's got some of the most red I've seen. That's not in our 30 carat stones, because those 30 carat stones, I have yet to sell one. Well, that's not true. I sold one a long time ago. There was a 29 carat I sold, and I'll never forget it, because it was just an impressive stone. And yet we brought the 30 carats out. Most of those are hanging out with us. It's just a little pricey to get there. We're taking this one ultra low. It's not even gonna, and I'm trying to match a value that we did earlier tonight that a lot of you weren't even here to see. Or maybe you were just waiting for this one, and we're looking to match up value here. We gotta make every single value extraordinary tonight. I got full carte blanche to do what it takes, and this is not gonna be even $39.99 tonight. An extra special value opportunity. This is it. It's not gonna be even $3,900 or $3,500. This is your chance to own the elusive square cushion cut. So much incredible diamond weight to go along with it. You see it all there. That's 3 rows. It's like a river of diamonds. Listen, if there was a river of diamonds, I'd turn into that like adventurous whitewater rafter. You know, I'd be hanging out in nature all the time. That's my kind of river. Just send me to the river with the diamonds where I can just look upon the waterfall. Can you imagine just waterfalls rushing of diamonds? I mean, that's what this is. It's built with that stone set up on that pedestal, and then you've got the diamonds, and you see it. You see it when you look at that stone. Yes, you're probably thinking, why does that one look so extra? It's not just the facet pattern of the stone itself. It's the fact you have the diamonds underneath that are showing through the stone, and it gives you that firework effect. And why is it here at $35.99? I have no idea. This is a very complex mounting. Do you realize, and I hope this makes sense to you, but this is made as if you made 5 separate rings and then put them all together. That's how this ring is made. 5, do you see it? The top and the bottom rows, and then the 3 rows that you have in the diamonds, it is truly like 3 diamond bands, first at the base right there, and then you've got the upper, and that's the up and the bottom there of those gold bands that come up and meet. They are not just suspending your stone, that it's got a basket underneath it, it's got the 4 prongs, it's keeping it nice and secure, but we're not going to do 35 because it's still here and we can't leave it here. Nothing stays tonight. Got to move every last piece we have, and we've shown you, and that's where we're going to need your requests as well. Anything you'd like to see before we go. It's not 35. How about $34.99? Well, there's only so low I can go on these pieces, but I'll tell you this. We're not even asking $3,000. Just go ahead and send it out. One caller takes it. Moment is here. Let's make it $2,999 only on our 657. Right there, a beautiful cushion cut square, really to match. Now the price matches the round and what we did earlier on that one as well. So you've got value that's leading to more value. It's happening right now. Let me know if you'd like it. $29.99. That is a serious deal on a 657. Even bigger than what we saw earlier. There's a 12 karat if you'd like to see it. We've got our one-of-a-kind Congolese in the signature mounting. And don't forget, we've got 2 Congolese stones coming up. We have a pear shape and an oval. I have a yellow diamond pendant to bring out as well. I think our large Mahangi is still here. Don't forget about the brooch with the 18 karat gold. Ooh, that's good. The brooch we showed you earlier, the 18 karat gold, the diamonds, the Paraiba, and the opal. All in one. I'm going to flash it again, Tony. This is a little bit unreal. And I get it. It's a brooch, so a lot of you going, I don't know about a brooch. Let me show you. Get it for the pieces, the parts. Look at that. That is a gigantic piece of jewelry, 1124993. Just showed it earlier because I was sure it was going to go quickly. It's our museum markdown on a 3 karat 60 freeform opal to start. That's the freeform opal. It's got the blues and the greens to it in a lightning rich black opal. Suspending from the base is an oval Paraiba that is bezel set. That's an 80-point stone. Then you've got a 1.3 carat diamonds all the way running through your 18 karat gold. It's sizable at nearly 2 inches in top to bottom length, and it's a fabulous piece. Now, I know fine jewelry and brooches don't always match, right? We think about brooches, we think about maybe those designer pieces that are plastic and resins. We've all heard of Chanel, right? Love her. Like Coco Chanel did some great things, right? They have brooches that they sell every day all over the world in boutiques. And they're plastic. They're plastic, and they go for thousands and thousands of dollars. And they sell because they're cool, and they've got a name and a label, and they've got a style to them. Then there's this, which has incredible 18 karat gold, 1.3 in diamonds, some of the rarest material in gems you can ever get, like that freeform opal and that Paraiba, and this one is $19.99. Just so that we don't have to melt it down and take out all those stones. That's why, if you're saying, why is that price so low? It is because we don't want to have to take it all apart and melt it down and start over. So let me bring it to you up close. Did anybody get the tanzanite, by the way? Cushion cut, 6.5 karat? Nope. All right. So cushion cut tanzanite's still here, but I wanted to show this to you from a distance, but also up close, because you got to see these stones. Let me zoom back a little bit. There's our tanzanite still hanging out. I just want you to see that there is that oval Paraiba. There is that freeform. Sorry, our wheels seen better days, but it's going through it. Look at that though. That's a really impressive opal. Freeform, 360 in size, plus the Paraiba at 80 points that's suspending from it, and that piece is $19.99. So it just doesn't make any sense. And yet, if you want it for just the Paraiba, well, you know, I have Paraibas all the time. That Paraiba would be more. It's a gorgeous blue-green copper-bearing stone. That Paraiba would be more than $19.99 all day, every day. So maybe you just get it for the Paraiba and then figure out what you want to do with the 18-karat gold and the opal and the diamonds. But it is such a statement piece, so beautifully designer, elegant, cool, workmanship galore. I sold these Paraibas of that color. I own one of these in this color. I love that color. It's my favorite color in Paraiba. I like it even to the 50-50s because this is that bright color. I think it's the most neon of all when you get the 60-40 green to blue. And that's what that is. And then, of course, you see it's got blues and greens in the opal, which is why it's such a good pairing. Blues and greens to your freeform lightning rich opal, the blues and the greens blended together in the tourmaline, and that's why the whole piece is working so well together. So $19.99 on that one, and we still have some pieces to move, so great piece there. I thought that was a beautiful value. I really like it. Also have a yellow diamond in a pendant. You guys are over the pendants? All right, let's move on. I have one of our really, really, really cool designer pieces here. Not for everybody, except if you like a lot of gold. It's a very cool style. This feels a little Victorian in its design here. And it's got a yellow diamond in the middle, and yet we are last call, so we love requests if you have them. Let me know if there's anything we can bring out for you. We've got a lot to recap. I hope that you'll let us know if you want to take anything before we recap it and show it to the rest of the world. But this is our yellow diamond. It's 112-5655. So glad to have you with us for our last call on Monday night. And remember, we don't have a show to shop on Tuesdays. It's the only day of the week we have no show at all. We've got boxes and boxes of jewelry just like this, waiting for your requests. Tell us what you'd like to see. Every single gem category has about 4 boxes filled to the brim of jewelry. So if there is anything we can bring out from the vault to share with you before we go, Monday Night Markdowns is happening for 27 more minutes. But that's it. And when that time is over, we don't see you on Tuesdays. We bring you up what's new on Wednesday, and that's that. So it's a really good time to be shopping all these values. How about our yellow diamond at a 50-pointer here in a pear shape? Then a large, yes. Okay, yellow diamond pendant will do. I was going to bring it out, but we're going pendants back to back and brooches. So let's just do the pendant now, and then we'll bring out our 50-point yellow diamond. Here's the pendant for you, Mary. And this is for, well, not for the faint of heart here because it's a big stone. It's our 101 stone here. And actually, I'm going to make it cheaper than the ring. And the ring just had a 50-pointer with 49 points in diamonds. This has more of everything. It's a 1-carat/01 VS center stone, and it's also got an 81-point diamond weight. Now, I want to bring you an older item number here because it's going to help. Because if we go back 8 years, did I just say 8 years? It's 1110783. For the record, we are now in the item number 112s, and we're in 5,000 item numbers deep into the 112s. This is the 783rd item we ever brought to this show. Okay? That goes in order, by the way. So keep that in mind. That is something. 783. Okay. That's a long time ago. That's when I got here, which was almost 8 years ago to the week. This is your moment. I arrived here the day before the 2016 election, so it's very memorable. That was my first day on the job. And that was an interesting time, right? Not a lot of people were watching Home Shopping that week, right? It was kind of a crazy time. So now here we are 8 years later. But this is 101, and it's going to be our 101 Center VS. It's 81 points in diamonds. I figured, Mary, if we go with the 8-year-old item number, I don't know about you, but I think things have changed a lot in 8 years. Prices have changed a lot. I'm going to go ahead and use this old item number so we can give you a deal that can take us back 8 years in pricing. And that means a big difference. And here's what it looks like on the hand. There's a great finishing, by the way. Not all of our pendants are finished with an undergallery. This is an undergallery better than some of our rings. It's got a great look. A couple of things to look at before you just see the great price. Here's the length it's going to give you. It's a 1-inch top to bottom. Almost, maybe, yeah, I'd say 1 inch because I'm not holding that bail up exactly upright. But this is probably the most important view, is let's just see what it's going to look like when it's on. Obviously, you're going to put your favorite chain right through it. The bail is going to accommodate diamonds by the yards as well. Diamonds by the yard. So all your diamond by the yard options are going to fit there through that bail. And yes, regular chains as well. And then we've got this new price here of $89.99. Well, that is somewhat reflective of today's yellow diamond pricing, although not fully, because the Hong Kong show is wrapping, and yet this is a $15,000 yellow diamond in the wholesale world this week. So here's what we'll do to make it better. And then if you have any questions on anything, let me know. But this is going to be a miracle. And let's bring it down to the up close, show you the beautiful finishing in the back, how that is done from the back to the front. It's 2 tones of gold. Let's give you, it feels brand new, right? Because it's been so long since we've seen it. And yet, yellow diamonds. Let's see what's happened in the last 8 years. Well, consider this. The Argyle mine has closed. It's been closed for several years now. We talked about the updated wholesale pricing on a 1 carat yellow diamond today, $15,000 loose, no extra 81 points around it. You've got the finishing. This goes with just about every yellow diamond I've ever had here in rings, which I know I've sold countless yellow diamonds in rings, but that's mostly where it is. It seems like every single one of them is featured in a ring and a ring alone. This may be what a lot of you need, or maybe you didn't think you needed it because we don't show them, and now you realize, wait, I have a yellow diamond, and I love it so much. And wouldn't it be the ultimate combination and set and collection to have a pendant to match? Well, here it is. And it's got a fingerprint, so forgive me for that, but trying to hold it up here, I'm getting my fingerprint on it. But look at how beautiful that is. Brilliant VS stone, you better believe it. And all that little extra mill grain around the edges too, edge of the bale, edge of the outside. Do we want to just, let's do this. I can't go any lower than 70, well, forget it. I really shouldn't do this, but I'm going to put it on the auction block because $79.99 is about as low as they want me to go here. You know the big red price? Red means stop. There's the price tag on the pendant, as low as I can go for a Monday night markdown. Boy, you can tell that bag is all those years old, can't you? Here's what I'm going to do. It's not going to be $79.99. I would love the opportunity, I don't know about you guys, I would love the opportunity to buy jewelry from 8 years ago. I would love that. I would love to just go back and buy diamonds at 8-year-old pricing, and gold. Gold wasn't $26.50 an ounce then. And so this is a modern piece. It's never been worn. It's never been sold. It's just here. And there's our best price today. And because I want to get away from that, I'm going to take it down to 8-year-old pricing and better, because it's not going to be even $39.99. That would be, I just looked it up, the price that I would have had 8 years ago. Let's put it on the auction block to get around that. I don't know if you can put it up there, but like 8 years ago was, and sorry, I'm really, this is only so long I can hold this up here like this. I'm going to tell you what I can do. I can bring it down in the auction right now, not even $35,000, not even $3,000. I'm going to try to make this piece as affordable as yellow diamonds I've had in the past. When yellow diamonds recently of the 1 carat size, which this is the exact same thing, except more gold because it's a pendant. Okay, this is really wrong. Let's go even lower than even 29 or 28. Isn't my most affordable? I think I set a record the other day when I, oopsies, made a yellow diamond, $27.99. I'm going to take this lower. This is why I'm doing the auction. Otherwise, I can't do this. A hand order will have to be required to take the order. The computer system won't take it. But here's what I'm going to do. Instead of 28 or 27, or I'm trying not to block these diamonds. I really want you to see the diamonds that are there. It's not going to be $2,700 or $2,600. Let's set a new record tonight. And it's not just, I know I brought it out by request. It's not just for our requester because we have nobody on the phone lines. Anybody can call in, even if you've never shopped here before, even if you've never shopped yellow diamonds before, anybody can call in right now and you have an opportunity to own it just like everybody else. And it's not even $2,600 to open. I will start the open and the auction at $2,500 and we'll go up in a $10 increment only. So it is now time, because if you think a 1 carat yellow diamond is going to get any more affordable than that, we can all wish and we can all hope. But I can tell you right now, having the biggest trade show for gems and diamonds just wrap up and looking at where this exact diamond would have gone to the trade, to the dealers, you're not going to find a $2,500 price tag. And this is not a loose stone. It's a finished piece of jewelry with 81 points of additional white diamonds, with all this great finishing, 2-tone gold. So that is working with everything else that you wear, whether you wear sterling, platinum, white gold, or yellow gold. This is the piece that is complementary to it, and we have no open at 25. All right, well, we're going to keep on moving. We got a lot to show you, plus that yellow diamond ring, which is the half carater. can't take it. I can't take it. The silence is really, it's killing me here. Let's do this. First caller can have it. Forget the auction and forget I ever did this. Please don't tell a living soul that I ever did this, including our competition, because they're out for us anyways. Don't tell anybody we did this. It's our last couple of minutes of a Monday, $24.99 first caller done. 60 seconds though. I'm not going to put that on the air for more than 60 seconds because I don't need to broadcast that. I don't need to broadcast it. I don't want anyone to know what we're doing that ruins not just the white diamond market, but the rare as can be yellow diamond marketplace that is. You know what's happening with the yellow diamond world? And this is not a treated yellow diamond. This is not an enhanced. We didn't take a white diamond or a brown diamond and treat it to get to be that yellow color. That is natural through and through. And you're getting a carat 82 in diamond weight in solid gold for $24.99. And it's got a big wow. It's got a 1-inch drop. It's the piece you can wear every day or not. It just depends on your own style and what you like to do. But that is an impressive piece, and it just does not stop sparkling. $24.99, 16 seconds left to get it. Tanzanite's still here. We'll show you the Congo here before we go. And any questions you have on anything, we need to hear from you. It's go time. Let's get you a piece of jewelry before our show wraps up, because this is the time to get the pieces. And for those people that call in the next day, they get very disappointed. I get a lot of mail from you guys who are going, why didn't you tell me? This isn't, why isn't everything available 24/7? Because we're dealing with limited items. We're dealing with higher quality. We're dealing with pieces. Guys, I gotta be real with you. I can't leave this here. I know we're verifying. I'm going to say this, Tony, because I know how many of us want yellow diamonds as the holiday season approaches, as gifting ideas, as matches to rings we wear and we adore and we love. If you are a reseller in the business like I am, this is the piece you should own. This is the moment to get it. It's $2,499. That is unheard of for a 1-carat yellow diamond. The yellow diamond in and of itself, by itself, loose, could never be that price tag. We live in a different world of diamonds, and yet everything that's out there right now is primarily man-made. We're getting into that era of jewelry where everything is changing, which is where I think we're struggling a bit, because everybody is turning to lab grown and thinking that that's somehow more valuable when it's not, to be completely honest with you. Something that you can make at ease and at will at anything you want is not going to be more rare. Don't let anyone fool you. Something you can manufacture and make to your heart's content is not going to be more rare than what's considered the rarest stone in the world, which is fancy colors of diamonds. So one more look at this before we go, because I just really can't leave this here at a value like that. It's been here at $24.99 for a couple of seconds here, and it's at the moment still here, and that is striking to me. When you've got a 1-carat 01 VS stone that is a cushion cut square, that is set in that bezel, and then you've got actually two, it's a dual setting, it's actually bezel and prongs. I don't know if you noticed that, but it's got a dual setting just to make sure that that is locked in there. And 81 points in diamonds. All right, so we're gonna move on. I promised you we would, but this is just value at its highest level. It really is. So then we bring you the ring, which is this 50-point ring. It's a 50-point yellow. It's half the size, yes, but it's a pear shape, meant to be this great designer style that has a lot of opulence to it, a lot of gold, some cutout details, some mill grain, a lot of texture done there. It looks incredible, isn't it? So this is really important. Oh, hi, Susan. Hi, nice to have you with us for the end, 15 minutes. Thanks, Susan, for tuning in. Love that. Oh, you're very kind. Thank you so much. This is going to be a really good value here, because obviously if we still got the yellow diamond pendant, then something's got to give here, right? So let's make this 50-pointer with 49 points in white diamonds. Try to do a little extra here before we go, because in about 14 minutes or so, we're off the air tonight. So it's a really good time to pick up something special before we run out of time. This is our 50-pointer. It's still a significant stone. We had some great yellow diamonds earlier in pear shapes as well. If you want to see those again in platinum, you can certainly request those. We can bring those back out. But this is a more kind of opulent design. It's got a lot of detail to it. Very artistic. I think that anybody who wants almost a vintage feel, a lacy look, a great larger ring that has a bigger overall style to it, this is a great way to go. And it's going to be one only here, so let's just bring it down and blow it out and do what we do. $49.99. Well, I'm not getting that. I just feel like I'm not getting that because if I still got the pendant here for $24.99, I'm not sure how I'm going to sell this for $49.99. As great a value as that is. Let's try to bring it down. First caller can have it. We'll just blow it out. And it looks to me, and I don't know if this is going to, you know, really be anything that else, if anyone else sees, because I think jewelry is very much artistic, open to interpretation. But these designs on the side almost remind me of crosses. I've done designer cross jewelry like this before, almost like a cross design or a floral kind of meeting in the middle. I think it's really striking when it's on the hand because you have all these great cutout details and you see how it is a wider style. Now it's got a top and a bottom, I believe. That's more the top point, that's the bottom. See how this side is more straight, this comes to more of a point, which then is really accentuating the pear shape itself. And it's not gonna be $49.99 at all. We're gonna try to do something wild here, and the show is here, and we're gonna make it $14.99 instead. So hopefully that makes it just a little bit more, well, it makes it more affordable. Is it going to do the deed? I don't know. We're going to find out. $14.99 to get that one at home? Certainly hope so. We've got last minute requests are welcome. If there's anything we can show you again, please let me know, and we'll do that gladly. This is usually the time of night when we get a lot of quick, you know, little, is this still available questions? Can we see this one more time? So we'd love to help you out with anything you'd like to see. And there's still a number of great pieces. We have a conch pearl, some diamond designs, the freeform opal and Paraiba brooch is still here if you'd like to get that. I was really surprised that's still here. I think our 657 tanzanite is still here as well. So let me just show you a few of what we have here, and we'll keep it all under $3,000 for you, including, we'll even throw in some new ones here that you haven't seen yet. And we had the conch pearl, that was under $3,000. It's our 1 carat pluser. It's a carat 04 conch pearl with the yellow and the white diamonds. These were something that were of extreme importance over the weekend. Obviously, always an important collectible stone. I have this Congolese. This is a new one. You haven't seen this yet, but we might as well throw this in. That's a pretty stone. That looks like Paraiba. That does. It's got the neons. That's a blue-green Congolese stone, $458. It's a great card, too. It's a beautiful card. It's an even prettier stone. $458 on this one. It's a 120 diamond weight. You know what? Let's just bring that out. That might be the moment here. Let's just look at this really quickly by itself, just because without graphics, you're probably thinking it's a 50-point stone, right? It's a 458 oval. And I think sometimes if we don't see graphics, we just don't realize how important it is. This is the 458, brand new right now, brand new. Just first looks, great color, looks for the world. I have the identical ring with a copper bearing stone, like one where we know it's copper bearing, and it's $9,000. Same carat weight level, same. This is the look of copper, but we don't know. It very well could. I have a lot of, again, I have a lot of information coming for you because there has been some initial preliminary testing done on the Congolese stones that TVON has, I will say, loaned to GIA to do some preliminary testing. So we'll have some updates on that. I should have that next week. But this is 112-5841, and it's a 458 stone with that beautiful, beautiful Congolese, bright, clean, and yet a carat 20 in diamonds in that signature mounting. Okay. Just call me and say sold. I know. And you're probably going to think, now, if anyone else was doing the show, you'd be like, okay, so she's going, like, if I say sold, she's going to say, like, $1 million. I'm not going to do that to you. I really worry with a piece like this that when we do sell it, because end of the night's here, we have 10 minutes. If I price it too cheap, which FYI I'm going to do, there's going to be a lot of people on the phone lines missing out. And I want to make sure that those who truly love it can go ahead and just claim it before you have to, you know, run the risk of missing out on the piece entirely. Here's your finished under gallery all the way throughout. That's got some high clarity to it. And that's going to be the big signature mounting. It's the 120. So this is the big one that we do. And it's got the really big stone. Here's what it looks like. Oh, this is just beautiful on. You can see what a size that creates, what a great look that gives. Nobody wants to claim it. Well, that's a shame, because what I'm going to do is bring it down. I know I'm looking at $69.99, and these are not prices that I write. These come from the inventory. These come from the manufacturer. Again, we made this. It was completed today, this afternoon, so you're talking about as fresh and as hot as it can get, and yet it's going to be on the way out for a lot less because we got to move something here. And the night's here. We have 9 minutes left. We don't see you till Wednesday at 7. Please don't forget about us on Wednesday night. Wednesday and Thursday at 7 o'clock. You got to be here. We have a lot of brand new. We're back from Hong Kong too, so we've got a lot of new coming up, new stones, new mountings, new designs. I know, finally, right? We're so excited. So I cannot wait. But here's what we're going to do in the meantime. $69.99 it is not. Call me. Call me. You're going to be very upset when there are people on the lines missing out on this, and you're all going to want to know who got it, because this is one of those ultimate high-level Congolese. It's one of the big sizes. That's our price. That's what it's supposed to be. We're taking it lower just for this moment, and it's going to fly. It's not even $3,000. You can't buy the mounting for that price on its own by itself. We're going under $3,000. It's not $29,000. I told you it was a value. We are ready to get it a home. This is not going to be $29,000. I'll keep going. Maybe we just keep on reducing the price until it sells. Oh, that could get interesting. It's not going to be $29.99. You can call in right now and claim it. The risk you run by waiting is that someone's seeing the deal right now and making a mad dash to the phone lines. It's not $28.88, not $27.77. Let's go all out here. This is value. $458 is the size. I have a smaller stone. It's triple the price. Why? Get the one that's the big value and you don't give up anything. The clarity is there. The colors are there. And I mean colors. It's blues and greens together. You get a little bit of blue with that green. It makes it so interesting and unique. And it's not even $27.77. Let's see who's got it. It's $2,699. That's it. $26.99. And what can we show you for the end of the night? Reminder, we had turquoise earrings here with diamonds for $4.99. We had an emerald necklace for $6.99. We have a lot of great pieces still hanging out here for you to shop on. We even had Paraiba earrings as well. I'll re-show those. They were in the very beginning of the show. Let's make sure you see what those are all about. We do Paraiba earrings that actually would work with this stone or really anything else we've had in copper-bearing tourmalines of late. Look at that. There's the earring, $9.99. You get a pair of, it's like a really super elongated oval hoop, and that's going to be our $9.99 Paraiba earrings. I also had a color change sphene, $9.99 as well. I have a gorgeous opal. It looks like blues and electricity running through the stone. We've got an opal here, also $9.99. So here's some of our more affordable pieces of the evening that are still hanging out. The Paraiba earrings are breathtaking. You don't see that very often in a drop hoop style. There's our color change sphene in the oval. That's our earring. These are all one-of-a-kind pieces, and when they're gone, and they're only $9.99 a piece. So you can let me know on any one of those three. And all good news here as far as gold color. We can change any one of them in the gold color. So that's where I would really hustle to the phone lines if you're looking to spend under $1,000 but still get ultimate rarity. That's what we've got there for you. Don't forget, Conch Pearl was here earlier in a 1 carat pluser. We had the carat 52 that was our Mahangi spinel. That was here for under $3,000. Yellow diamond pendant under $2,500. I mean, it's been a night of value. So if there's anything you're thinking about, let me know how we can help you out. We'll do that. And then don't forget, we even have this brooch with these florals. Did you miss this? This is a brooch and pendant. So yes, which one? Oh, okay. Let me go ahead and grab that for you. Did they need to see that again? Okay, way to go. 70-point diamond designer ring in platinum from earlier, gone. And then here's what we're going to do at $9.99. Now, the brooch I just flashed is also going to be $999, and yet this is in 18-karat solid yellow gold with the rubies and diamonds as florals in a basket. There's a bail. Yes? Cynthia in Tennessee, welcome to our show. Glad you're with us. Welcome in. Yes? Okay. Rebecca, here's the Asher cut, the 1220. You got it. That will not be $9.99, but we'll move these aside since those are here, and then we'll show Rebecca the 1220. There's the 1220. Flashed it earlier, big diamonds around it. That would be 1125858, Rebecca. So that's a great one. It's a 1220 Asher. It does have the very large diamonds. There are 6 of them, totaling 78 points. So that means those diamonds are 13 points apiece. And that's going to be our 1220 Blue Wing Block D. A lot of pieces going here at the end of the night. So do let me know what you'd like. Is it the big Congo? Is it that great sphene, the opal, or the Paraiba drops? Or would you like the 1220? Got to mark it down now because we have 4.5 minutes. And this is the Asher. Okay, I'll blow it out right now. $14,999. Forget it. Let's go lower. Here's what it looks like on the hand. It does sit up a bit higher than most do. just to be aware of that. That is not a problem for those of us that are used to big stones, but if you're not used to wearing bigger gems, just be aware this one's going to sit up off the hand a bit, and it's only going to be $5,999 for our 1220. So that's a good one there. And thank you to our new register again. You'll love your new diamond ring. And then here's our tanzanite. So again, lots of great pieces, everything from under $1,000 all the way down. We did have that brooch. That's the brooch pendant with the basket of roses. That's very pretty, isn't it? Look at that. It's all 18 karat gold. So that's a $9.99 deal as well for that brooch that you're seeing. And then $59.99 on our tanzanite. Thanks for being with us tonight. We have about 3 minutes left. And Jason, are you needing anything else on the air again so we can see that one more time? Don't forget the other tanzanite that we have available, which is what I would recommend here, is the 657. I like the color better on this one, to be honest with you. I like the fact that it's got that red flashing via the really bright kind of, again, brilliant factor that you get here with that cushion cut square. Now that's the 657 that's here for $29.99. So two great options in tanzanite that still remain available as we're about to wrap up our evening. Just remember, especially to our new registers, we do not have a broadcast on Tuesdays. So Tuesdays we are off. We're not really off. We're here making brand new, but we don't have a broadcast. So we're back with you on Wednesday night and Thursday night at 7 o'clock Pacific time. That's 9 p.m. Central time, and it's 10 p.m. Eastern. So we hope to see you back then. Don't forget, right where you're watching us now, we'll see you guys at 7 o'clock Pacific time on Wednesday evening and Thursday evening as well. We look forward to that. It's going to be a lot of brand new this week. I know we've been waiting on some brand new. I want to thank everybody who watches every day. Thank you for your patience waiting on brand new. I know it's been a while since we've had a lot of brand new. We're going to bring you some really cool, I'm talking like totally new designs. So that should be starting on Wednesday. So we really look forward to that. It's going to be a really what's new Wednesday for you. And then of course, either one of those, either $29.99 for the left side or $59.99 for the right side. So let me know if you like the 6.5 or the 1220 in the blue winged block Ds. And again, we wish you a great rest of your evening tonight. I hope you have a really enjoyable Tuesday, and be well, and we'll see you guys Wednesday night for a major 3 hours of a lot of brand new. And then anything else you want to check on, this is the time to do it. We have about 2 minutes left of airtime to show you anything you want to see. But of course, we still have a lot of great jewelry here that you know the drill. People love to call at the end of the show after we go off the air and pick up those pieces, because waiting till the next day doesn't do you any good. They'll be gone. So this is your last call on any of those pieces. What'd you pick up, Jason? Okay, sounds good. So again, pieces going as we speak. Let me know if we have any questions and we'll help you out. Thank you so much for being with me. It's been a pleasure being with you as usual. And we hope to see you every Monday night and Wednesday night and Thursday night. And then of course, the weekends as well during the day on Saturday and Sunday morning. So again, our schedule and details are all at TVON.com. So for all of our many, many new shoppers, you can get familiar with our schedule and our times and channels there on our website, TVON.com. So TVON.com is the place to go, and you can see all the information, get a little idea of our schedule, and then of course also watch us live streaming if you are away from your TV here. So that's just a great idea too. So here we go. Last call on the tanzanite. Sounds like we're verifying on each of those, and then let us know which one you'd like. And then if anybody needs a great big imperial, I'll just toss that out for you. If you want an imperial in a bridge, I'll do that for $29.99 as well. So we've got two pieces here for $29.99 that have got to go. That's our pinky golden imperial topaz in the pear shape, and that is a 205 with 94 points in diamonds in that bridge. And don't forget, still a lot of affordable here. The $9.99 pieces are here, the turquoise earrings for under $500, and of course the emerald necklace, $6.99 for our emerald necklace. And thanks so much again for being with us. We really appreciate you being part of our TVON family, both watching and shopping tonight. And always, thank you so much. And from all of us at TVON, we do wish you a good rest of your Monday into your Tuesday, and we'll rendezvous right back here Wednesday night at 7 o'clock. We'll see you then. For now, I'm Lauren Blair. Have a great rest of your night. We'll see you Wednesday.